Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these badass mother effer Fords that we all like to drive, this is your all-terrain nation, presented by White Knuckle Off-Road Products. And what do they want, Kelly?
They just want you to check out their website. Tell them we...
See?
See, you threw me off. And just tell them we sent you. There's no discount codes or anything. They just want to know that you heard it from us.
That's right. And cheers, everybody. Happy Monday to you. And look who is in the background there. It's Miss Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Aly. There's Aly there, too. But hi, Maya. How you doing, puppers?
She only cares about Fruit Loops right now, guys.
Yeah, so right now, Maya's being fed Fruit Loops because that's her thing.
Because apparently that's what she wants.
Look, it's just like, yep.
Yep, Mom. Keep it coming. All the bark boxes, all the chew boxes, all the whatever boxes.
Like every time I've come home, there's been like a new present for Maya. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she has more mail than I do. But she is a well-loved pupper dog. So
it's like when Amazon delivers to our house, essentially. It just, a box is always going to show up. So you always have a chew box or bark box or some other box.
100%. No, she's been loving it. So she can't be left alone yet.
Much like you, Aly. You can't be left alone.
Wow. So my mom was watching her today, and she even said today was like her most normal day.
That's awesome.
But she's still not out of the woods yet. But we'll take whatever we can get.
Yep.
Well, good. Anytime is good.
So I'm happy. I'm done crying for now. So
that's it. Oh my gosh, Dave, stop.
This is also Nat Nation again.
No, it's Fly Nation tonight. Fly Nation. There's a big fly buzzing around. But what is going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you all. I hope you are all having a crazier day than I am because it's back from Dallas, Kelly.
Want them to have a crazier day?
Yeah,
I don't need a crazy day.
Right. Well, they're watching this show. They probably are questioning their sanity. But anyway,
questioning the decisions of their lives.
Right. Look at YouTube Car Spotters Guide has been a member for 20 months, man. I appreciate that. I got to hit the old cheers button on that one. I appreciate that, sir. And I wanted to talk about that, and I guess it's a good time as any, but we greatly appreciate that. We've lost about 10 members, and it is noticeable to our travel fund. And we appreciate you guys that do stick around. I do want to say that I am slowly going to push everybody to Patreon if possible. So we'll put up the Patreon link here in a little bit. Dirk Connors, once again, 20 months. But who is our original? Who's the first? No, Airplane Mike.
That's right. Airplane Mike was the very first. That's right.
And
he's been working a ton. So, I don't think he's in here tonight.
But we're gonna have fun, and I want to say I appreciate all the members and all the support you guys have given us because it really does mean a lot. And I know like what you've done for Aly, it's just a drop in the bucket. Trust me, to all the stuff Maya over there is gonna have over the next couple months. But we're happy to see Puppers. She's not in her Bane bag over there, but
Mark King for 21 months.
Whoa, let's hit that again. But. The show to do tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit. We just got back from Texas. I'm tired still. I had to jump back into the day a little bit. Man, they all have their cheers.
I'm going to Texas and I'm exhausted.
Yeah, well, Texas for you is a little bit longer flight than us.
That's true.
Eric Jefferson, thank you.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the membership stuff. We do seriously. I mean, without your help, it means
especially right now in our lives.
Yeah, we've learned that I buy Cheez-Its. So we have learned that when I travel for some weird reason,
Cheez-Its is your go-to snack.
Need to let it go.
I know I need to let it
go. Let it go. We're not going to sing much more because we don't want to get in trouble.
But so with your support, I can buy some Cheez-Its on my
cheers
on my travel.
Cheers. That's all we're going to do tonight is give cheers. Taco 78.
Oh, you know how to push that button?
I didn't know which one it was.
It's the orange button.
Okay.
I already kept up with everyone's chat.
Taco 78.
Yes.
Still pull it up the rear, he said.
You guys have been very kind to us over the past about 2 years or so.
Well, obviously, 18 months is year and a half.
Were you with us when
months.
I started memberships?
Yep.
Okay, I can't remember not when we started that, but I will throw the old Patreon link up here, and it's a better deal for us, honestly. And I've been trying to do, not on purpose, but I do more membership stuff over there, so it's just easier to do over there. But anyways, we continue your support. We greatly appreciate that. And Kelly, cheers. 21 months of support there. We appreciate that, guys. And if Maya over there keeps giving Aly problems, she might start drinking with us on Monday night. Who knows?
Right?
You never know.
Right. But anyways, this is Ford Talk Live, and we have to talk some Fords. And I have to say, Kelly, we got to do this first because I'm going to forget it, and you're going to be pissy at me, and then
Wow.
our memberships will leave us.
Do you see what I have to deal with? I'm going to be pissy at
Look,
you.
I'm muting myself.
Wow. Step back, sir. All right. So Minall Productions in the house. D Cooper. Is that DB Cooper? Because we're still looking for DB Cooper.
Take some of that money.
I watched a Netflix on it. So, imagine that. Jeffrey Babb in the house. Eric Jefferson says, got to drive the dark horse today. It's nice, but not worth the price. I haven't driven it yet. It looks great, but our V8's pretty amazing as it sits.
I just like the color. I like the color of it.
I like the blue ember.
I really wish that was available on more, but I get it.
Agreed. Same. Steve P checking in says, hey, from Phoenix. Looking forward to Monday Night Laughs. Well, we will hopefully bring you some laughs this evening. We shall see.
It's never a dull moment.
And let's see. Did we answer this one? Did we answer Paul's question about bringing dog to work day live, or did we just talk about that behind the scenes?
No, we talked about it behind the scenes. So
okay. So go for it, Aly.
Ford currently has a bring your pet to work day, so Aly doesn't stay home. So if I don't have a dog sitter, Maya comes to work.
There you go. So technically an every day is bring your dog to work day, at least for Aly at this time.
There's a lot of customers that actually bring their dogs in to make sure that their dogs fit in the vehicle.
Oh, nice.
It's really funny, actually.
Our dog would just try to bite every dog's face off, so that wouldn't work for us. So
yeah, Maya's not the friendliest with other dogs, but
she gets along fine enough.
She's in an office, so.
Bob Masters in the house. Mark King checking in this evening. Michael Cooper. Gia Hogue. Zach N. says, snowed in the mountaintops here last night. Chill in the air. Wow. Hard to believe it's 87 degrees here. You were muted. You're not allowed to talk.
It was.
Quit faking it.
I think 83 in Michigan today. 83, 84.
That's just hot.
So
too much for October 2nd.
True. See, what made me really sad driving home tonight was it was already dark.
Yeah, that'll get you every time.
Oh,
sure will.
Depression.
Yeah. Dave has seasonal affect disorder. I've diagnosed him personally. He's not been medically diagnosed, but he sure does. Watch, he'll get cranky when it starts to get, crankier when it starts to get.
Back in my day.
Well, you did it to yourself. YouTube Car Spotters Guide checking in this evening. Bronco 78 Adventures. Valley Dude 5000. Dirk Connor. Nurse AJ coming back this evening. Welcome back. We're glad to see you. Hopefully the foot is getting there. I know you were having some challenges with it. So Jonathan Folds and Laura with Alcione Ford. Choney. Is it Choney Ford?
Choney loves Chachi.
Oh.
Hey, I need to.
And then we have Ford Video Guy checking in. Hold on. Bud Guy 8829. Jack Evans. Deal me in for 2024.
So I just put a link in while you were talking. I wanted to say that for the ATN Live channel. So if you guys would subscribe to that channel, we got 60 over there right now, but I need 100. I need 100 to be able to do stuff at minimum over there. So go ahead, Kelly.
Deal me in for 2024 says, so why is the Mustang going to be a short-term vehicle? So unfortunately, it's going to be a short-term vehicle because my job went away on August 26th. So I am job hunting right now. And unfortunately, I need an income in order to pay for said vehicle.
Yes. This channel does not pay for that vehicle.
No.
So yes, that is true. And but that was the plan honestly, the plan was to roll over hopefully into the Ranger Raptor.
Yeah.
But we all know with the UAW strike going on right now, Aly even told us like months and months ago, she goes, you won't see that truck till next year. And which,
unfortunately, okay, this is all I'm going to say with it. I definitely feel like the strike was planned and Ford was planning on it.
Probably.
Just with like other conversations that I've heard. But now it's just getting ridiculous.
Yep, for sure.
Love it.
Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Ford Video Guy checking in this evening. Says Smet switched my membership over to this account.
Well, we greatly appreciate that.
And yes, Laura, I will absolutely come drive your dark horse whenever you get it. You know that's going to happen.
That sounds awful.
Sounds like an amazing time. Just gonna say it. Ragnar Khan checking in with all the different languages, saying hello.
Here too. Here is the Patreon link. Like I said, I have for some reason been able to do a little bit more membership stuff over there. So, and Kelly's supposed to be writing content for that place. So,
and Big Wheel Fab checking in this evening as well. And
it's like a blogging website.
What Patreon?
It's kind of a membership. It's a digital platform that you can provide different ways to your community.
Early release of videos.
Yeah.
Got it.
So like you can unlock, we haven't set the membership level up to be like tiered, but you can set it up to be like, hey, so for this amount of month or this amount of money a month, you can actually get a t-shirt every 3 months and like different things. Like
whoa.
I'm just saying you can do those things.
But
or like if music people will put like, oh, you get a backstage pass with such and such membership and stuff like that. So
the only reason I would ever push people that way is just because they're a little bit more fair on their the back end of what they take from us. So that would be the only reason YouTube. I mean, I love YouTube, don't get me wrong, but they seem to be for slow hanging fruit. And this is going to lead into the next problem. Low hanging fruit, like these live streams, they take a lot for no effort.
Yeah, it's like 40%.
And I want everybody to know because it just came out this week that they're going to start doing ads during live streams. And the only thing I can set up about it was the frequency. And I've pushed it as far as possible, which was how long, Kelly?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. So, and it's random. So if you join the stream now, it's in 30 minutes, however that works. But that was not by our doing. It came out on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, we're not clicking the button to say put an ad here.
Yeah, because you could have done that, and I could have pushed ads and pissed everybody off. But that's not us. Just so everybody knows, we're grateful to have the audience we have, but they don't care about this stuff. They want to talk. They want to talk all kinds of cars and trucks and SUVs. Wait, that's Tim's show. That's not our show. So Kelly's Texas State Fair. We went to Dallas, Texas. We knew Ford was going to have a nice display there, and this year was kind of a dud.
It's our first year.
Well, but in previous years, there had been a lot of new reveals and stuff. And last year, the Colorado Twins, the GMC, they were there when they just had launched at I believe Detroit. And they're like, it works out well for if you can't go to Detroit, go to this one, you're going to get to see some new cars, which we did. And we got to see the new F-150s.
We did. We got to see the new F-150s.
We haven't really got to discuss much about that, but we did get to do that. Aly, what is going on with they launch an F-150 and a week later they go on strike. How have you, because you're a big truck market, have you had a lot of people wanting to jump in and order a truck, or what's going on with F-150?
So people can order trucks. They're just, right now only Bronco and the Ranger plant and now Chicago are on strike technically. So they're still building. I just don't know what it's going to look like for launches. Everything with Bronco, I'm sure Bronco is now going to get like a super short year for 24.
Right.
Because we are now going into October.
So they were supposed to be was it 1st of October production for 24s kicked in?
I thought end of October.
Okay, but it's close.
Yeah, but we still have 23s that have VINs that are not built now. So we thought COVID was messy. Here we go. Round 2. Let's do this. And now Chicago is closed. Truck plant is still open, but I'm sure it will get disrupted. But people are excited for the new design of it.
Yeah, I have a power boost up right now that we got to see. I have to say I'm not.
How did you like the new tailgate?
Yeah, this will grow on me, but I like the Tremor trim a little bit better, the grill of it than this particular one. But this is still a good looking truck, and luckily they didn't go just completely nuts. You know, this is a mid-cycle refresh, so it's nothing drastic. But it was nice to get to see the new trucks. And what did you think of them? Because you're my full-size truck girl. You like the big trucks.
I'd have to drive it to see it because I haven't really driven a Ford F-150 yet. It's been a minute. When's the last time we did it?
Yeah, I should have had you drive one when you were up.
Oh yeah, like January 1st, 2020, we drove that one, right?
Yep,
yeah.
We drove this one.
The
current design.
Yeah, so I'd have to drive it to really give a full input on it. I appreciate that they've made a refresh. I don't see it hugely different than what it was. But I definitely do. I appreciate it. Again, I'd have to drive it to really feel it to get it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that
thank
super
you.
chat.
We
And I
appreciate
have
you.
to say thank you to Steve P, who just
you,
signed
thank
up
you.
for on Patreon.
Oh,
We
nice.
greatly appreciate the
Thank
support.
you, Steve. Thank you.
We've been trying to figure out something to do to our long-term members too. We gotta send something out. I know initially to get things going, we'd sent something fun out, but we'll work something out. Anyways, but back to the trucks. I want to show. Let me pull this up because I was excited to get to see the Tremor, which you cannot order yet, right, Aly?
No.
Any reasons why you can order everything else but Tremor?
They haven't really told us. I'm sure it has to do with parts or something.
Yeah.
Well, because everybody wants
the
a freaking Ranger Tremor, and you can't even order those.
Oh, trust me. Since we did the reveal of the Ranger, last March, April, May, somewhere in there. That's all I've heard about is why didn't they give us a Tremor? Why didn't they do
I'm
this?
sure it's coming.
Oh no, it definitely 100% is because Ford authorities had photos of the thing out running around.
Oh, really?
And that was before the launch of the regular Rangers. But this is by far my favorite grill, and this is probably my favorite Ford grill ever. I love this grill.
You like it?
It's sporty. It's fun.
That's the
I like
only
that.
one
I've
I
always
don't
liked.
like.
I like I like the orange accent. The only thing that bothers me, and I said this in a Build and Price video that I did, was the colors are so limited. You get gray or white. It seems like the two colors you get.
Because nothing goes with orange. Everybody hates orange.
Excuse me, a Rapid Red goes with that same color, orange.
I love Tim's comment. They're low on orange paint.
They're low on orange paint. Well, I mean, everybody was low on pink paint after Barbie, so
yeah. Thanks, Barbie.
That's ridiculous.
Let's go party.
Maybe they are low on orange paint because of Barbie, because Barbie has red and pink, and red and yellow make orange.
Yep.
This has been your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
But the price of this truck is a little bit scary to me because you're in what I think I priced it out at 72 somewhere in there maybe, and I don't want the winch. I think the winch looks awful in this thing. I think they need to do a
bad underbite.
Yeah,
my favorite is that they have a front camera on that though. But why can't
they did fix that?
Why don't we have one on Bronco?
Gotta let that go, Kelly. But yeah, the
like whack Dave in the head.
She does that anyways, Aly.
I do not.
She's very abusive.
Oh,
when the camera's not on, I get beat up all the time.
Yes.
But no, I don't like the winch on
Check
this thing.
the B-roll footage
At all. But what I do like is that you can get the V8. You do have two powertrain options, which is nice. You get the 3.5 EcoBoost, or you can get the V8. And I know at the end of the day, everybody's like, well, the EcoBoost. Well, I know it's a solid engine, but I want some rumblies in a truck. I don't want. There's nothing wrong with a 3.5. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm buying a expensive truck like this, it better sound like a V8, and that would be the one reason I think for Tremor for me. And Tremor, even though it's getting closely priced to Raptor, at least you can tow a Tremor. I mean, it's not a complete desert running beast that Raptor is, but yeah, Bourbon. my
and welcome back, by the way.
My first F-150 was $18,000, 1997. And
you were like topping out at that.
No, it was an XLT.
No, I mean you.
Oh, I was the stupid kid that had a Firebird that went and traded it in 2 years later for the F-150, and it was a Firebird, so it was it lost value, probably half value as soon as I pulled off the lot. So then I needed a truck for a landscape business, and they got me into a lease. This is how, Aly, you love this. This is how dumb young Dave was with this stuff, because once you always get, and I'm sure you see this, once get away of needs or what they can afford. And as a salesperson, I'm assuming if people want to put themselves in that position, that's not for you to be like, hey, I wouldn't do that. I mean, you don't push people.
I give everyone both options, and like people will ask me what I would do, and I'll tell them, well, I guess it depends on the rapport I have with that customer too.
Right.
Like, because like with you guys, I can tell you straight up how it is, like no filter, where like some people you really have to baby. But
yeah, I had a lease, so 18,000.
I don't know.
She's trying to lay down, I think.
Well, she was checking her, making sure she was trying to lay down.
But I had an $18,000 lease with a $400 a month payment.
Jesus.
In 1997.
Oh,
that's how dumb I was. And then ended up got in an accident. Couldn't
I
pay
was
for
6
that
years
and
old.
lost it. Oh my God. What do I do this?
So Bryce says statistics have shown that looking at the color orange helps improve your health and lowers your stress. So why am I the most unhealthy after marrying this one and so stressed? Maybe it's this one.
Probably me.
Yeah.
But no, I do for back to this F-150.
My first F-150 so I mean I lease, but that's because I get a new car every 9 months, except for now, because this is the longest I've kept a car now. Which it's almost Bucky's 2nd birthday, by the way.
Aww.
My very first truck was in an XLT Super Cab for $45,000.
What would that truck be now, you think?
57-ish.
Honest Smith's waiting on the 24 Pinto Raptor. Hey, my grandmother had a Pinto.
Oh,
but not a Pinto
and
Raptor.
we would shove a lot of people in that Pinto. Like it was you don't want anybody to back into you because they might blow up, but that was the Pinto life.
Pinto life being had.
But the Tremor to me is for off-road. Like if you want a real truck, but yet you still kind of want some off-road features, I think it's a great option. I just wish to me this truck should be more bare bones. Get a V8, get some off-road goodies, but stop with the luxury stuff. Make it just more of what you can yet. But make this truck to me should be about 56. That's where I value, because I know what I'm going to go do with this truck. I'm probably going to beat the crap out of it a little bit, and I don't want to do that with a $72,000 vehicle.
Yeah, CNDK, that is an F-150 Tremor that we saw at the State Fair of Texas.
Speaking of Texas, look at that big cowboy hat. We got Mr. Jordan Parker in here. What's going on, old JP? So you can call him JP because he's got the hat on. It's howdy, man.
It's the Texan way.
But anyway, so Kelly, where were you? Which one out of the two? Which one? I mean, I know we didn't get to spend a ton of time. Tremor all day. Yeah. What about it?
I like the aggressiveness of it. So I like the lights on it. The other one just seems to have a whole lot of height, a whole lot of height to the lights. And for me, that's not what I did.
Bring this one back up. Yeah, there's just too much going on.
Like you're putting this down in the bumper. It's like an afterthought going, how do we make this look more like you had talked about, like the C shape, like you had talked about that.
It's like an L now. It's like, it's like I'm low monthly payments. That's what they're it's all subliminal.
That's it. But yeah, so like to me, I like the Tremor better. It's more aggressive looking. Even taking the bumper away, to me, I like the headlights better on the Tremor.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure this being the power boost, I forget I think this was a platinum. I can't remember which trim this was. It's still it
looks like the platinum.
Yeah, it's a nice truck. And of course, we got to experience a few things at the Texas State Fair, including our buddy who's live streaming right now, Mr. Tim Estertal. We did a review that dropped today on that 24 Rubicon, the Rubicon X Gladiator,
which is in high velocity yellow.
That's right. And there is us in front of Kelly's like, we have to get a picture in front of this cow. You pushed hard to get, there's big text somewhere out there, but no. Yeah. Kelly had to get a picture of, she was like, hey, it says Texas on it. We got to get a picture of in front of Texas there. But that was at the Toyota booth. We did have we had a short time there because there wasn't a ton to cover. We did see the Ranger Raptor was there, and all this is on our Instagram, by the way. So
well, and the other challenge we had, which if any of you are organizers or help organize any type of events that you have media coming to and you want them to do content creation, turn the music off. Yes. Like, don't have music playing in the background when your press and media are there,
especially because this was press really only there, and they were still
this was press day. So this is literally what press/media do. They come and make content at these events, and we couldn't do any content other than just, footage and then adding audio over it ourselves later. So we could show you what it was, but you couldn't get our real time right now.
Yeah, or kind of first
impressions.
I got him.
Did you get one this week?
Not that I'm bragging about, hey, we have a gnat problem here for some reason.
It's Tennessee right now, I'm telling you.
Must be.
It's so freaking hot.
We're not in Cincinnati. Come on, dad jokes.
You would totally spell it that way is the problem. Do you even know how to spell gnat?
I can't spell Cincinnati, and I'm from that area.
Oh my god.
C-I-N. I don't know. We don't.
Cinnatti. Oh wait, I missed a C in there. Never mind.
Yeah, smart ass. Come on. Anyways.
Cincinnati.
But the takeaway of the State Fair of Texas, I have to say it right.
State Fair of Texas
was really, and I know Ally's not going to like this, was Toyota brought out the 1794 limited edition with this. Yeah, but I don't.
Dude, when you open the door of the 1794, this new one,
it's a saddle leather they're using it for the seats. But when you open it up, you're like, oh my god, this smells so good.
It's so funny being in Michigan because I feel like there's such a fight for the big three.
Yeah.
You don't have a ton of foreign cars being driven. Like, yeah, they are. And there's like other dealerships and things like that. You just don't, they're not huge in Michigan. So it's like, we hear, like, when people are shopping, it's not typically like Toyota versus Ford or Honda or whatever. It's, I don't know. It's just way different.
Big Wolf app, since we've had 3 ads so far, I'm gonna let you talk.
Thank you for letting us know. We're gonna figure that out.
And that's not us by any means. I'm gonna see if I can't back engineer this. But I'll let
take care of it. You do your thing.
Anyways, but I was excited that truck was a kind of unexpected. We did get to see the new Tacoma as well, which was for the channel, did really well. But Ford wise, it was kind of a bummer show, man. They had a very nice display.
Yes.
I don't think it was bad at all. But it just was, Ford had the worst. They had a Texas radio station playing.
Yes.
And
did you see Jordan's?
Well, I know, I totally
doesn't surprise me, Jordan.
But you know what? When certain media outlets have a lot more money than I do, they can pay those fees. It's different. But it is what we did. SEMA pissed me off. Yes. I'm trying to do a walk around of the new Hummer. That when it came out, and I've got freaking Led Zeppelin in the background.
Let's be honest.
Do what?
I'm like, it's still not out. Let's be honest.
No. I mean, that's a joke. But I'm trying to do a walk around. And I got Led Zeppelin, which I love Led Zeppelin. Don't get me wrong. But come on, man. I don't need LeBron James and Led Zeppelin blaring at a place that you're not being sold on it.
Just say LeBron James.
Because he was the big promotion of releasing that. But it just ruined the video, and I got copyright dinged on the damn thing, and I had to pull it. Anyways, it's what it is.
We're not bitter.
No, because we don't. I mean, it's not like we make a ton of money here.
No, but it is just like if you guys are any of those people that do like those event planning, and you want press to come to a press day and be able to make content that quickly gets out. First thing is, don't have music playing in the background.
Yes, Paul, the King Ranch is the only one that has, like, true leather. Oh, no, so does the flat.
Well, they have leather, and a lot of the leather seats that are in the soft touch areas, and then your main seating areas is...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the King Ranch is the only one that's, like, true. Like, leather. But,
Aly, back to the ordering trucks. I mean, have you guys been hit with... Once again, you guys are a big truck dealership. Have you been hit with a lot of orders, or?
Yeah, we've had a lot of orders. I mean, there's certain things you can order, like the new tailgate and things like that, but because those are on commodity restraint, I don't even think you can, like, I don't think you can even click it. We basically like give all the orders to our manager and he orders them for us. So I haven't seen like the Webdo screen, but I know they're not orderable yet. But I mean, you have a lot of people who are hesitant for ordering because they don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. You have people who, we've had more people cancel Broncos and Rangers because they're sick of waiting. But I mean, they're not
Bronco,
they're not going to get it anytime soon. So.
Yeah, Bronco, I can 100%. If you're still waiting on, especially if you were, because there are some reservation holders, early reservation holders that still have not got Broncos. How, I don't know, but I could totally
has to do with the dealer. 100% has to do with the dealer. Because they could have switched to Heritage or something that's still on restraint. But
yeah. So you're seeing Ranger? You said new Ranger orders that are backing out. What do you think they're doing? Are they going with a different brand or what's or just finding something?
Yeah, different brand, finding something else, finding used.
Yeah.
Just because Ranger order banks have been closed for some time now. From the switch of 23 to 24. And now with this strike, people are just fed up and they're done waiting.
Yeah. I know September 1st is when it was supposed to go job one with that, and then they kept having delays. And I think they kept delaying it because they didn't want to go into job one knowing a strike was coming. And it's like, oh, cool, week of production. And
they were still having issues too.
Yeah. Yeah, which I've heard about, which stinks. And I know I'm in some of the Ranger forums that I'm in, they're all like, oh my God, because there's people, they did it with Bronco. They're stealing pictures or snapping pictures at map, and they see them lined out there thinking, oh, they're really building them. And it's like, those are probably still pre-productions.
So they're pre-production, and then they go through and like mark everything that's wrong with them, and like they're not even close. Well, they weren't at the time when I talked to some people.
Wow.
But
so Deal Me In says 24 Super Duty got scheduled for October 30th. Order placed September 11th.
That's crazy.
I mean, congratulations that you get one quickly.
Super Duty's getting better. Jody Maverick isn't affected.
Yeah, but those are those UAW, the Mexican plants? I thought there was some sort of representation down there too.
I think some of it's still UAW, but they're not on. The only two plants that are shut down are Wayne and Chicago.
Right. Which,
but like everything else, you're not going to see too much of a delay.
Which that memo came out too, where the I can't think of the head of the UAW right now, but it came out and said we want to hurt them into November in this memo that came out, and then
I honestly wish that some of these people were customer facing. Seriously.
Yeah. But even if they're saying this privately, why would you? I understand they want to strike and try to get what they think is fair. No problem with that. I mean, that's how it's set up. I'm not going to argue it.
I'm not saying don't pay them. But here's the thing. You're going to keep pushing this thing, and pretty soon robots are going to be building our cars.
Right. But that's my point of that is so sure we want to hurt these big three and make them, basically we're trying to prove a point of, hey, we have the power here, and you're going to start listening to us a little bit. But the problem is you're killing customers. We live in an internet age now where customers are not as brand loyal as they used to be. They will flip, like you just said, they might cancel their order for a Ranger and go to a Toyota because it's on the dealership.
Well, and ads are not always selling them anymore. Right. They're doing their own research, figuring out the vehicles themselves.
But you got this UAW who's kind of living this old school life of, hey, we want to hurt them a little bit, and then, it'll pick back up, record profits and they're blah blah blah. And at the same point, you're like, yeah, but if you hurt the company, that means you're hurting you, because your employees that get to come back may be making a lot more money, but you're potentially losing. Okay,
that's great if you're making more money, but if we're not selling the cars at the dealer level, you're not going to have a job.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Production's based on sales.
Yeah.
It's not sales are based on production. It's whatever, how much demand is there for dealerships requiring from your vehicle or that plant. And I mean, it's Ford. So let's be honest. The F-150 is always going to sell. I'm not naive to think that they're not the biggest selling trucks out there, but you still can do a lot of damage. There might be that brand like Edge. We know Edge is probably going away. Like this, does this kill it off quicker because of?
I guess like Edge was. I mean, this is all rumor. Nothing was like printed.
And this is her opinion, not anybody else's.
Like Edge was has been on the chopping block for like 2 years now, and yet here we are. We still have one. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely coming because they cut a lot of production for what we were allowed to order this year.
Right. So they've been planning for this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Ragnarok says 4 points.
I'm like really hoping that Everest comes.
You and me both. Ragnarok says Ford's plants do not have representation last time he checked, but GM Mexican plants are unionized. That's probably what I had mixed up. I knew there was some. My uncle used to work for Delco, which it was General Motors. It was split off General Motors, but then they kind of all merged it back together. And I remember him having to do something down there with I don't know. It's a long time ago.
Ford will launch eventually. Everyone say that we want the Everest.
Yeah.
Well, so what would Everest replace? It's got to replace something. Obviously, Edge is a little bit
Explorer technically because it has a third row.
Yeah, but Explorer sales are good. It's not like you want to just do away with a good selling vehicle.
Would they bring? Well, you've got the Timberline trim, but would you bring in the Everest?
I would can Explorer and bring in Everest.
I mean, because of the Nissan Xterra in me loves that style, that size of an off-road vehicle. I mean, I couldn't complain about that vehicle at all, but Ford's never really had anything mid-size that I would say is a off-road. Dude, where in the freaking hell are these stupid little I've been working up here all afternoon. Not a one.
Is it your alcohol?
It probably is a little bit. Anyways. This is brought to you by Raid once again. Did you solve the ad problem?
I changed it.
Okay.
We'll see.
So sorry guys, if you're getting it's in YouTube, they will always take feedback, so they will fix the problem.
Bronco 78 says drink.
Is it nat time?
Yes, it's nat time.
You have to drink Natty Lights?
Oh God, no.
No.
Only if they're Natter Days is the only way that I'm drinking a Natty Light.
Oh man, you got so hammered that time.
Oh my God, I was so drunk.
That was hilarious. It was hilarious. We were playing a game called Beer Darts. And you said
turned into shin darts.
Yes. So it was
hilarious because our event coordinator, Lauren, and like social media, everything, she just asked, she's like, should we have darts at the Christmas party? I'm like, you're gonna mix alcohol, our decks in the back, and darts? No.
That's not. But anyways, this game, so you set up a board and you put a beer there or whatever beverage, and you're trying to throw darts and you try to hit as low as possible.
Because you want alcohol to content to alcohol.
But the lower you hit, the more they have to drink till it's not pouring out the little hole anymore. And after a few hours of that, it turns into the dude got a dart in his leg that was sticking in the bone. It was hilarious.
And he did not go to the doctor or hospital. Nope. He was known for cutting himself and just sticking some duct tape on it.
He was ex-military.
Yeah.
I have one of those in my family.
Did we mention this one here?
We did not yet.
Oh, well, where did it go? Did you start?
Nope. It automatically starts.
Well, there you go.
Got another one there.
Are you doing it or am I?
I got it.
Okay.
Mark King, thank you for that super chat.
Oddly though, Aly, it says 1794, and we were talking about a Toyota product.
At the time.
Is Mark a trader? Is that what we're hearing? I'm kidding. Mark's a good man. And also, I want to say thank you to YouTube Car Spotters Guide. Yes, and it says for the next trip, which I don't know when the next trip is coming up.
Probably Chicago Auto Show.
Maybe, unless I was expecting. Honestly, I was hearing rumors that the Ranger drives would be in November, but I don't know that happens.
We'll get one of those either.
Jesus Christ! Do the show from my bedroom.
I'm gonna get a zapper.
I'm telling you, it'd be so much fun to hear a little redneck zapper, and you think they have to drink when the little zapper hits. All right,
you handle the show right now. I'm gonna order a zapper.
Do what?
I said, does Jordan want to talk about SEMA? He just keeps saying SEMA.
Where's it? Where? I don't see it.
You're in the
Oh,
start.
I'm sorry.
We're not going to SEMA.
I mean, I could be convinced. I tried to get Aly. Aly, did I not? I tried to 8 months ago. I kept saying, Aly, do you want to go to SEMA? I can get you on my media passes. And
Do we still have passes, or can you still get passes?
yeah, if we could get in there. They keep, but SEMA's having a hard time getting anybody right now. So
It's media.
they're
Jordan.
I did no.
You tried to cancel yourself by blocking the filming.
You were cock blocking me there in front of the little two-door Bronco, and I didn't know that you had dibs on it. There was no was that 4-wheel parts?
No,
I feel like
it
Jordan
was
has
DZ.
dibs on everything.
We need to bring Jordan in, Aly.
Jordan, you want to come in?
Knock knock.
Knock knock, motherfucker, knock knock. Oh,
Hey,
man.
hey, too far. All right, 8 Mile Kelly. Jesus.
I am Mr. Dib.
All right, I ordered a
one-
zapper.
One
It'll be here
is-
overnight.
One
Did
is
you really?
I'm about to right now. It's the one Jess from Unbridled Bronco told me to order.
Okay.
They have one.
What is this? A stall? We a horse stall up here all of a sudden?
So she sent me the one that I ordered that's downstairs in the kitchen.
Just send us
And
that?
yes. Well, no, she sent me the link for it.
Oh.
And I said, that's great and all, but does it buzz? What's the fun of not having it buzz? And she said, no, but this one does. She's like, we've got one in our basement. And I was like, okay.
I want pain. I want my kid to actually come in here and I want to touch it and you hear a scream from zing.
Or the dog or the cat will do it. You know they're going to.
Oh, that'll be
Okay,
so-
it'll be here between 7 and 11 a.m.
Okay. Thank God. Sorry, guys. I know this is the comedy you expected from.
Sorry, y'all.
Anyway, so back to we'll wrap up the State Fair of Texas. We had a blast. Unfortunately, Ford didn't have a ton to do. We did it. We talked about the we went and got in a Maverick, and we talked with Tim about the Maverick a little bit.
We did.
We
didn't do any footage,
didn't film anything, but
we were surprised.
That was the first time you got to see the Maverick, really.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the first time I've seen it in person. It's also the first time I've actually sat in a Maverick, and I was, you know what it felt like now that we're talking about it? It felt like the Bronco Sport sitting in it.
Night, Matt. Yeah, well, it's very similar,
Bye.
very similar size.
Hi and bye, man.
I think it's built. Isn't it built on the sport platform, Aly? The Maverick. Yeah.
That explains it. Yeah, so I actually that feels. Can you not smash my laptop? That'd be great. Thanks.
You guys are just gonna see like Dave and Kelly's whole dash just like fall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see holes in the wall.
I swear, here's the thing is we have a quarterly pest service that
Yes.
comes in. So like there is no reason for us to have this problem.
Unless it's like the dog or is the dog dying or something we don't know about?
They're not around him.
He looks healthy.
And he's been with you all night.
Not talk about sick dogs.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
that's true.
Dave.
Sorry.
Dave,
Sorry.
We've
Sorry.
been put through the ringer. I've been put through the ringer. Jody's now being put through the ringer.
I know. Poor Jody. Everybody.
Oh.
So Bird Dog Off-Road Adventures found out his dog has is it a brain tumor as well, they think?
I think they think that's what that is.
But
Everyone keep Jody's puppers in your prayers.
yes.
Yes,
Or
please.
Whatever you do.
But- He lost one of his pups, I think, to
In
old
January.
age in January.
Mhm.
And then this one's, I want to say it's about 12 or so. I think he's at or 9.
So be
I
patient with him too if the
like-
content's a little slow.
So like I think he noticed it with his dog so far a little too. Like I didn't realize how common this was, to be completely fair. So apparently this is a very well common thing, but
Hmm.
a lot of people just don't go through the process and they kind of just say their goodbyes early on. I just couldn't do that apparently. So they do like steroid treatments and it knocks them on their butt. Like they don't act the same. They kind of seem super depressed and things like that. Oh boy.
Oh, I was like, I see an honest question now. I was like, what are you?
Yeah, so they knock them on their butts, and obviously Maya did the radiation treatment, but like it takes like 2 to 3 weeks for this to get into their system and like see them back to normal. So it's heartbreaking. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to see them in pain. You start questioning like everything that you're doing. Because like there was even times that like when I was waiting for Maya to go to MSU, I was just like, holy crap, like I can't do this to her. But like she's more normal tonight than she has been, and like tonight's probably the best night she's had.
Well, it's because it's ATN Live. I mean, let's be honest.
That's why.
She put on her big smile and was like, I got to smile for the camera. With Aly, you know, you're talking Ford. Some of your Ranger orders disappearing.
Before you jump, answer Paul's question.
Has your daughter had any parking lot time yet?
No, not yet.
She did want to drive off road, and we were hoping to have a spot for her and just.
So, quick funny question. She and I were talking about, like, so she looked at you can tell she's starting to be more interested in it because she actually looked at the shifter and she goes, "What does M mean?" And I said, "Well, that's manual." I said, "The automatic transmission automatically shifts for you, so you can actually throw it in manual. Like when we were off-roading, we could." She's like, "Oh, you mean like on the racing game when I'm shifting?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, well, I get that then." And I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid already knows a little bit more about like than I was expecting.
I had her
to
play in
explain.
my iRacing.
I know you had her playing iRacing. So, and my mom, it was funny because my mom was like, "She's too young to be doing that." And it was like, I would much rather her learn on like a simulator than like just immediately go out to a car and let her have the foundations now. So no, she has not had any parking lot time yet. She's 13 going on 25.
I was driving at 13. I was driving all around.
But no, this is a
little
different
more-
world.
It was a little
So,
more
like,
rural.
my uncle had taught us to drive, and we were in like the backwoods.
Yeah.
And he also, I was like 14 at the time, and he told me any stop sign with a white line around it is optional. Guess what? They all have white lines, so I blew past one time, and there was another car.
God,
Love it.
Oh. You're lucky you didn't get taken out in a car or in a.
I see Mr. Parker. I couldn't see because we have so many drinks in front of us. But there's old JP.
Hello.
Howdy.
How is Mr. Jordan Parker today?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. It snowed today in Utah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, ew.
I mean, like just up at the top of the mountains, like up near the ski resorts. But you can see it, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But it was like 50 degrees. It was cold. I'm not ready for that. So
Does that make
I'm
your
not
Range
mentally
Rover
ready for
excited?
it does.
It absolutely does.
It'll be 60s again next week.
Jordan, I've got some hard questions to ask you.
Uh-oh.
I saw the other day that
Pulled off the glasses for
Bronco
that.
Nation was going live and then it just disappeared, buddy. What happened?
Technical difficulties.
What? Sorry, my audio is not working. Can you say
That's
that
what I thought. Anyways, no, I'm poking the bear.
Technical
How is Bronco Nation, man? Everything good over there?
Yep.
Everything's good.
Everything's great.
Yeah, thanks
it's
for
good.
spending
What
my money
is-
today, Jordan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bought all of it.
We had a merchandise drop today, so for those who want to go get some
Ooh.
Oh,
Go get the
That's-
swag.
flannels and whatnot, you can go shop.
now you're speaking Kelly's language.
Yes.
Don't do flannels.
I got one of the flannels.
Blanket?
No, that's
I
a
was so pumped
that's a
for it.
hood. That's a jacket.
Oh,
We only have 3 women's flannels left. That's it. So
That's it.
Oh,
Total.
dang.
Wow.
Good job, guys.
you know the ladies that they're belong to?
Not yet. Not until their orders come through.
I don't. No, I'd have to go. I think that's an invasion of privacy. I can't do that. Yeah, I just can't tell you. But no, all is good. We're going to SEMA, as I mentioned here, in about less than a month, which is
Y'all
great.
are going to SEMA?
Yeah. Yeah. So
What
we
I
have,
hear, Aly?
we have Member Day at Off Radio Vegas on the 30th, and then we'll be at SEMA Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh,
Speaking
fun.
of Off Rodeo Vegas, I'm assuming King of all things Bronco over there saw the video today of somebody wrecking one of those vehicles, didn't you?
No, I have not.
What?
Oh.
Let me
hold,
find it.
hold tight.
Yeah, it's bad.
I can
It's in
find
our
it.
chat worst
Yes.
case.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, let me pull this up because I was wanting to talk about this anyways. But yeah, somebody wrecked on the big jump. They jumped a little too jumpy, and
Raptor.
yeah, they
That is
crushed the front end.
Yeah.
There it is. Let me get it.
Somebody wasn't listening.
I hope there's no music or anything, is there?
I don't know.
I didn't play it. I never watched it.
You never watched it?
No. Well, I mean, I watched it, but I didn't listen. I didn't need to listen.
I have not
I'm
heard
not
of
gonna
it.
lie, I just watched it. I didn't listen to it.
All right.
See?
Oh, let me fix the people here.
Raptor Rex. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimize the
Is that
chat.
the guy driving it? Is he wearing an Arabic turban? Why is he?
I don't know what they're doing.
Oh my God,
But
they got
we
it
all-
on car camera.
Yeah.
Did the bags blow? Oh, I guess we'll find out.
Watch.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Whoops. Well, at least there's some box water in there. I mean,
Oh, good. There's water.
but what's funny is you hear the
Oh,
instructor
fire.
telling him to let off, and the guy didn't
Oh,
let
and I
off.
know that's not even the jump. Like that's not.
Is that not the
That's
jump?
not the table tall. That's a different section of the course where you're not really. Yeah,
No, that's the table jump because
I
you
was
turn.
gonna say that's the big
turn,
jump,
and
'cause then you turn a bunch.
Hard
that's
left.
a different. That's the backside of the course. I know exactly where that is. It's not a.
All I know is you hear the instructor. If I could play the audio, I don't want to play it because of music. But yeah, you hear the instructor.
I need to find this.
Oh God.
Breaking news here.
Everyone's posting it.
But yeah, look in the air, it's 49 mile an hour.
Oh, the Raptor Connection reshared it. Who's it? Metal Tech 4x4?
Yeah, I don't.
The guy?
I mean, they're an off-road company, but anyways, yeah.
Ford
So
told us to drive these
see that
Raptors.
one.
We would never drive our own. Mission accomplished.
Yep. But this is
Wait, it was like a influencer event. It wasn't like a regular day.
really
Oh, was it not?
that guy
it's
doesn't
a
look
super-
like an influencer. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow,
Okay.
Dave.
This caption, we were recently invited to an exclusive Ford Raptor event to experience the off-road capabilities of these vehicles firsthand. We did not take it easy.
Obviously.
That is one gripe I pick. One like bone I have to pick with people is when they like wreck a car and then brag about it. I'm like,
Yes.
You can see
not
that
fun.
airbag.
because
Kind
what
of ruin it for
don't-
everybody.
all the people's lives, something like this affects on the back end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you have an instructor there.
Well,
I mean,
not
it's
even that, but like that's a vehicle that now can't be used for customers. So it either
Yeah.
has to get repaired, there has to be paperwork done, there's insurance, they might have to get a replacement. Like there's so much, like the instructors are there for a reason and they tell you what to do
for
not
a reason.
for a reason to prevent exact scenarios like this. So that is one gripe I have is like, don't, if you do something like this, don't like go on social media and brag about it. I don't know. I just find it tasteful.
Well, and I feel like probably the person that made that video was sort of like, yeah, I was that badass. And no, you're not really a badass by doing that. Because once again, Jordan, when you hear the instructor saying, let off, let off, let off, let off, and the guy's not letting off.
I'll go
Man.
listen.
Well, and you can see go back to where he's essentially saying let off, because you can actually watch the
Oh, the
dial go
tachometer.
because he actually thank you. That's it. So watch the tack.
So he's
I'm
20.
honestly really surprised they gave him the in-car footage. That's interesting.
Yeah. But so he was 37 miles an hour and then he gets up to 40 right when it hits. And
That makes
Just
me
killed
so
it.
mad.
well, what's bad is too, Jordan, for one, that vehicle's totaled. They're not going to use it again because there's no way in hell they're going to allow them to have a totaled vehicle with airbags deployed.
From a safety perspective.
Yeah. Is there music on that?
No, there's no music.
A little extra air there in case the front end set the airbag off on landing.
Yeah, there's no audio or no music. Just whatever.
I don't know if
Talking.
it's going to play the audio or not for whatever reason, it's not one to play. YouTube's weird with sometimes it allows, or Facebook, sometimes it'll play the audio and sometimes it won't.
Yeah, it's just the instructor saying let off, let off, let off, and then the guy jumps. You hear the bags deploy, the horns honking, Sync says something, and then the guy's showing the airbags, and he's like, "I got a lecture" or something like that. I don't know.
Well, you think?
Yeah, think.
What so
and I'm the opposite. He was like, "Come on, give it some more, give it some more," and I'm like,
Well, so Jordan, you've been out there. How the hell you get this thing out of there? I mean, I'm assuming it's somewhat drivable, but that's a long way out of there.
It is and it isn't. There is like a street, not a street. There is like a civilized way to get there. It's just
Okay.
like the
so an
law
access
route.
road essentially.
Yes, you basically get onto the highway and go south to like towards Gene Dry Lake Bed and past like the Painted Rocks and stuff, and then you cut off and then come around the backside. So there is like a faster way. Like when we went and shot out there, and we had to do in the evening, and we had all our gear in our like rental car, we took the back way so we didn't have to, because the road that they take the Raptors on to get to Raptor Valley is like super fun and it's a blast, but you don't want your gear getting thrown all the way. Well, you guys have done it.
Yeah.
So there is a easier access road that you could get like emergency services in there or something if something went really
I
bad.
hope they sent the guy that was about to miss his flight on that road instead of the road we were on.
No,
I almost missed my flight because of off rodeo once.
Well, this guy, so they said, okay, we're about to leave and it's about an hour back to camp from here. And a guy comes over the radio in our group and he goes, well, my flight leaves in an hour and a half. And they were like, it's okay, you'll make it.
Honestly, if you took the back roads, like that back route, and you hightailed it, it kind of dumps you by the airport. So who knows?
I would have liked to have done that because after you hit the course, I was just kind of done. I was like,
it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, there's only so much bumpy, high-speed driving I want to do.
I love how everyone's asking if he had the extra insurance.
Yeah. Well, we weren't offered on the day that we went, so I'm imagining if he was on an influencer day, so he may not have gotten that option. So he may not have. How's that work?
That's what his caption says. I don't know what event it was, like what kind of event it was classified as. It says, I mean, it's Metal Tech 4x4. So are they like a parts manufacturer? Okay, so they're a parts company. So maybe they had like an industry day or something. I'm not really sure.
Maybe. Well, it's definitely got a lot of cameras on it that I don't recall seeing from the normal deal.
So let's talk about that a second. So do you think that this will, and this is totally opinion, because obviously we know everybody's just giving opinions, but do you think that this will make Ford take a look at it and go, okay, from an R&D perspective, let's go ahead and think about how we could have, was there something that could have been changed here? Like, could we have thrown it in an off-road mode that wouldn't have let the airbag blow at that angle type thing?
That's a great question. I think like safety is something that Ford certainly does not mess around with and compromise on. So I don't think I don't think there would ever be a mode that would like disable the bags. I think there's so much, and I've heard some stories just from people who have worked in insurance claims or the claims department or customer service at Ford. Like if the vehicle, like there's a degree in which the bags trigger, like if the vehicle thinks you're going to roll over, because I've heard about a story where a lady was taking a turn too hard, went up on two wheels, the bags blew because the car thought the vehicle was going to a rollover, and by some act of God, the vehicle stopped and came back and landed, but the bags blew. So she called and she was railing on the customer service representative, being like, I was just driving down the road, my bags blew, and you know, blah, 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 blah. And so of course, when they pull the vehicle data, they're like, oh, your car went, you know. So I think obviously it's like always better safe than sorry, because you don't want your head going into the dash of that car or any car. So Ford would never do anything that would disable the bags. I don't know. I'm sure that in any instance, you know, I'm sure they'll look at the data and see what, you know, just evaluate it and do like a post-event kind of debrief and be like, okay, what necessarily went on here? I don't know. I'm the Instagram guy, so I don't have a whole lot of insight into this. But I'm on it. Like, it's very interesting. This is the first, because I've heard of, this isn't the first time bags have blown off at off rodeo. Like, people have posted about it before, and the Raptor Jump 2, the tabletop. So this is the first time I've seen the in-car footage, though, because when you do the Raptor off rodeo, you can select the option for these in-car cameras, which shows the telemetry, and it's super, super cool.
I mean, I'm with you, Jordan. I'm surprised Ford gave them this.
So that's surprising to me.
So this isn't their own footage.
No. So you see how all that telemetry data at the bottom, like, so when you go to at all the off rodeos, there's like photo and video packages, but for Raptor off rodeo in specific, they have a camera set up that gives you in-car footage.
Yeah.
It's the only, like Raptor footage is the only one where I think you can do in-car footage. And then they overlay it with all that telemetry data, speed, where you're on the course, which is super, super neat.
Man, that would have been nice to know when we went to off rodeo. Obviously, we know we couldn't have purchased it, but that would
I
have been
doubt
nice
they
to
would
know.
have had it.
No,
when we
I'm
did.
not saying for us to purchase it, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
would have been nice for us to know, to be able to
Talk
share.
about, yeah.
Oh, like
Well,
a-
talk about.
And it's so they've done it really well and it works really well, because the issue we ran into when we were filming is like we mounted cameras on the inside our own,
Mhm.
but like your third turn into
Flying out.
like the 4400 course or whatever,
Mhm.
Ultra 4 inspired course, not the one with the jump, but the other one, like the
Mhm.
third turn, and like our cameras are going everywhere. So like because obviously, I mean, trying to mount a giant DSLR on the
Yeah.
windshield, like we want it because the footage is going to look incredible, but
Right.
like suction cups and mounts are only so strong. So
I
that's
heard like everyone fell
every
off.
person I know who's purchased the in-car footage package is like obsessed with it, and they put it on social media, like this person. But yeah, I'm surprised. I shouldn't say, I'm surprised that they.
Well, I got some audio here now so everybody can play at home along here. I think,
Oh, yeah.
can y'all hear that?
Is that coming
Yeah,
through?
let me redo this because it's just
Yeah, you didn't share with the
Yeah.
audio.
it's a stupid.
Yeah, Johnny Car reviews. There's no in-car footage at New Hampshire. This non-Raptor, like the non-Raptor off rodeos don't do in-car footage.
Yeah, they just take pictures.
Yeah, Raptor off rodeo is the only program that has in-car footage.
Can y'all hear it now?
Yep. Yeah, you're.
Open that wheel, squeeze gas. Off gas. Off gas. Off gas.
And
He knew exactly what was going to happen too.
You can see the instructor's face like wince up because he knows.
Yeah.
he knew us coming. But then the guy goes, "I shouldn't let off the gas last second." No, you let off the gas so you jump smoothly. It's not
He shouldn't have let. Oh no, you.
Yeah.
No, you do let off the gas at the last second.
Yeah.
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 Like
That is
right
not
before you hit the lip, you come off.
Yeah. Yeah. So you jump smooth. It's not made to launch you like this guy did. And this guy I know these guys, they want to be the badasses out there.
We got a little extra air there.
Little
But-
extra air, not lecture.
Oh, I thought he said lecture. Sorry.
yeah, it said a little extra air there.
I'm sure he
It's
got
the
a
front end.
lecture
It's
as
not the
well.
airbag
Don't
off.
worry.
That's what I thought.
You probably got a lecture too.
Mhm.
Open that wheel, squeeze gas.
This is what you don't do.
Off gas. Off gas. Off gas.
Oh yeah, you see him like,
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel sorry
and
for
that's why you wear helmets.
the instructor because he clenched his teeth together, and
Yeah.
you're like, I hope you didn't break a tooth.
Yeah.
Then.
Well,
For
and
real.
that's the that loop is like, that's why they have instructors in there with you, or
Yeah.
coaches. The coaches in there with you to walk you through each and every step, because they're all, well, yeah, Dave and Kelly, you've talked about it.
Mhm.
But the pedigree of the coaches at Raptor Off Rodeo is like insane. Like when I first went and they were giving the walkthrough of like each of their resumes, I was like, oh, like some heavy hitters, people with serious experience. And honestly, like having the coach sitting next to you inspires so much confidence, because they tell you when to push it more than you think you can, and when to let off. Maybe
I didn't care for our coach.
No.
but we were quick in and out. We didn't get the couple. Damn it.
Okay.
we were the half day.
Yeah, we didn't get a ton of time, but
Which I'm so surprised that you guys they gave you a half day when you're supposed to like talk about it and
Ford is with these press trips. They're like, you're in, you're out.
They're
Like,
trying to
there's-
squeeze two groups in a
very
day.
efficient, Aly.
Mhm.
Like very, and there's overlap. So one group's doing so it's kind of like one group arrives. There's like, if there's three groups, they each arrive one day, and so one group is doing activity A while the other group does B, and like vice versa. So that's why you'll see the kind of the your
They ain't paying for no extra rooms.
yeah,
No extra nights there.
But it's very well run. The guys who run it, usually Tony McLeod and his team that put him together, like they don't miss.
It's a machine.
Oh, it's like every detail is taken care of. I went down to the sport drive, in Moab back in June, and it was like flawless.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So quick question here, and Jordan can answer this one too. From your experience, what makes a truck get the most reviews when making videos? There's no answer, man.
It's no, I disagree. It's usually
Ooh, Jordan said, no, you wrong, Dave.
You've been spanked.
Bring it.
a lot of it is timing. The sooner the better. A lot of it's consistency, and a lot of it is the personality, because you can have, the information about the truck or insert any car is the same. What's different is the presenter. So I always use Doug Demir as an example. Is his the most, cinematic, beautiful videos? No, like he shoots it on a camcorder with his mic, and like, that's just how it is. But people love Doug's personality and his quirkiness and kind of the style he does of videos. So
quirkiness.
There is like a science, I shouldn't say science, but there is things that you can do or not do in the grand scheme of things that, if you are an automotive reviewer, can help you build your channel. It's, there's not usually overnight sensations. And I think we talked about this the last one I was on, like, there's not that many big YouTube car reviewers out there. There's like the Straight Pipes and Doug Demiro and a couple other,
a lot of niche people.
PFL and
guys like that.
Channels who consistently do automotive reviews. But a lot of it's, what'll kill you is audio issues. You don't want to have audio issues. If you have bad audio, people leave.
Yep. People will watch bad video before they will watch bad audio.
Yes.
Or listen to bad audio.
Yes. So audio is a big one. Having confidence in like just talking well. You can say a lot of information. There's a lot of people that'll watch a 45-minute review because they want to have really in-depth information. But if you're stumbling over your words and not coming across as confident and well prepared, that can really impact you too. And then timing, obviously the reason Bronco Nation did so well at the beginning is because we were the only ones with Bronco reviews out there. So we're the only one
how that happened.
Review 7 different trims back to back to back.
Yeah.
We're the only Outer Banks walkthrough out there. It's going to get a lot of traction. So now,
yeah, like I had a video this week. I did the new Tacoma, and we were probably the second to get to do the walk around the new Trailhunter, and blew up for us. For what our size of our channel, blew up for us 30,000 plus views. But it was just because, like Jordan said, timing is everything. A good thumbnail means everything. You got to pull them to make them want to click into there. So this has been your YouTube moment presented by Bronco Nation.
No,
thumbnails are a big one. And people are mixed on this. There's 2 dedicated camps of YouTube thumbnails with people's faces in them, and thumbnails with people not faces in them. So if you go to Bronco Nation, you're not going to see my face, Laura's face, Lennon's face in any thumbnail. But if you go to some other channels, you'll see faces in there.
Well, for you guys, I could see that's like putting a flip phone in a video. Like, we watched Limitless last night, and there was a scene where dude's on a flip phone. You're like, that just dates it. And you want, some of these videos need to be evergreen videos, and that person may not be with the company anymore, or, you don't want to date it like that. But if it's a personal channel, you want your personality to show through the thumbnails a little bit.
Plus, like, the content, like the subject matter of the videos that people come for. People, like, there's no purpose of having my face in a video of like a roof rack install, like, on the thumbnail. Because
are you saying people don't think of roof racks when they look at your face, Jordan?
Maybe they do. That's possible. Hasn't been a comparison I've received, at least face to face. I'm sure. I don't know if people think I'm built like a roof rack. I don't know. But
Dealman for a 24 corrected us and actually said he didn't ask what makes or why. Sorry. He asked what make of truck.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm sorry.
what make of truck gets the most reviews?
That was 10 minutes.
I'm poetically waxing about.
I love how everybody just went on their soapbox for a second there of like this, and this.
The viewers, you guys are so kind for not like ripping it. He said, what make of truck does well?
Yeah, what make of truck gets the most reviews when making videos?
We're the wrong person to ask, because every video, with the exception
for us, we tend to get a lot with Jeep, honestly, we get a decent amount with Jeep, and then also recently we've started to see some uptick in Toyota.
But it's what's hot. Like right now, you can talk.
Did surprisingly well, but it's because it was like the first Tremor review out.
Yeah. The new stuff.
If you see a press release pop up and people on your social media start talking about it, go talk about it.
Yeah.
And then
Eric.
And some channels wait, because like the Savage Geese, they may wait 3 or 4 months and then talk about something, but some channels have power that others don't. So,
well, and for our what video was it that we did that we I know what it was. It was the Bronco Raptor walk around. They had a press event in Detroit.
Was that at Hollyoaks?
Yes, in like the dead of winter a year or two ago.
Everything's at Hollyoaks.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go. Like it was there was just scheduling conflicts. So the embargo lifted, and we hadn't had the chance to film yet. So we filmed at King of Hammers because there was a Raptor there like 2 or 3 weeks later, and so we published it like a month after the embargo lifted. But it still did really, really well, and I think that's because we got our early start on walkarounds, and people knew us for walkarounds. Yeah. It's like, it's a walkaround; it's going to be thorough. Now,
I greased the wheel because
we weren't known for that, but now our trail videos are like, okay, these people know what they're talking about.
I greased the wheel with YouTube with like Ranger Raptor. I've been talking about it for almost 2 years before it got out, and YouTube knows me for talking about that truck now. So I will get. It will prioritize, and then it'll reprioritize, and it's hit or miss with what truck or SUV to talk about. I've been doing that honestly with Everest. I've been talking a lot about Everest,
and we'll re-promote our videos. Like if there's a topic going on in the Bronco world, like flat toe has been really popular recently. So we did a flat toe video 2 years ago. So we push that on our socials again. Hey, seen a lot of discussion. Here's a flat toe video we did. Iceland, that we had our 1 year anniversary of publishing that film last week. So we promoted that again. And I'm not saying like we put ads, because we've never spent $1 on paid social. It's all organic, but it's just using opportunities like that to reinvigorate the algorithm a little bit.
What people are talking about.
I mean, even for my customers, I think I use mostly your guys' videos and our Bronco Life's videos.
Yeah.
For like easy tutorial, like walkarounds.
Well, and our door handle videos and soft top operation videos, like there's evergreen content that week over week over week performs like as our top performers. And that video was published 2 years ago, but on a consistent basis, when we're not publishing new videos, like those get tons of views every week.
So Bronco78 asked ATN so far in 2023, what vehicle review has done the best for you this year? And I just looked it up, and it's the leaked 2024 Toyota Tacoma, followed by the breaking news when Ken Block passed, and then followed by the 2024 Ford Mustang GT Performance. Was that the first drive?
Yeah, first impressions.
And then followed by the which is better, XLT or Lariat trim on the Ford F150, and then Jeep WTF. So not even Bronco related for 2024. So interesting.
I think Bronco's going to be quiet for a year or so.
Yeah.
Well, unless some big aftermarket something pops, or
I'm interested to see SEMA this year, because Ford is back at SEMA.
Oh, they really?
I saw that.
As is Ford Performance. Yeah, I was going through like the SEMA vendor map the other day, and there was Ford has a booth and Ford Performance has a booth. I was like,
is it the big stuff? The big stuff like they had inside, or
no? It's at least what I could tell from the map. Like it's a good sized booth, but it's nowhere near like the massive displays they've had before. I don't think. Well, I actually have no idea what's going to be in the booth. It didn't look like it was in the overlanding space, so I don't know if they're going to go off-road. I have a feeling they might pivot more towards,
I'd say Mustang, I bet.
Some Lariat builds, and not Lariat, Lightning builds, and Mach-E builds, Mach-E Rally, stuff like that would be my guess. But Ford Performance is also going to be there and have a booth, so I'm sure that.
Are they doing the drift? Are they going to do the drift thing again, or?
I don't know.
I mean, it would make sense because they have the Mustang right now. It's hot. They're wanting to kind of get that out there. Obviously, Mustangs, SEMA is all about aftermarket.
The GTR there.
The what?
Do what?
The new Mustang, the GTR.
The GTD?
Or GTD.
Well, that's a possibility.
Just because
Well,
they're doing a little push on it.
That's one. Like that's
Are you
the.
going to SEMA?
I am. That's the event.
Hey, did you know he's going to SEMA?
SEMA.
SEMA.
I love SEMA. But like that's one of those events where like you have to film and then go home and edit and like publish same day.
Yeah.
I was doing it on the fly, man. I was just using my little iPhone for
as we're walking from one booth to another.
Just because I can do
I will
quick.
not do that. No way.
No, but for me, it was.
If you're not first, you're last when you're young.
Well, Jordan, you guys have more polling power. You have more subscribers, so you had more algorithm swipe than I did. So I needed to be first on certain things, and
that's why Jordan stepped in front of you.
That is
100% because he had swag.
I knew who Dave was at that point.
He didn't. He just said, "This is a nobody, and I'm going to step in front of them."
That's right.
Well, we had reserved time with Catherine. Like,
see,
and funny.
That was prearranged.
I'm gonna talk to Catherine about
Jordan's like, hold up.
That was prearranged. I was on.
Hold up, wait a minute.
You know what's bad about that thing is they were scraping to get that little two-door there. Like, that was a nightmare to get that little thing in there. But no, you were doing your job.
It's like changing the tire, Jordan. We got to give you crap about it.
I haven't mentioned a word about a tire tonight. Thank you.
Tonight, yeah.
But
we're gonna start selling like change a tire T-shirts or something.
You should absolutely do it.
We should.
But I think I had a video out before you guys did on that because I did something real quick. There was the goofy freak show Bronco that was out there. I did something on that. And got it out real quick.
The Chia Pet.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that.
What?
And I still get views on that. I still get views on that stupid thing. Like I'm like, hey, come on.
We do all our social like live.
Mm-hmm.
Like in real time, and then YouTube obviously, you know, the videographer goes back and edits. Yeah. But this year we have a strategy. We're doing our strategy this year we haven't done before. So I'm really
don't give it away.
I'm not. Trust me. I'm just really
trust me. He's like, nope.
Allie's over there just waiting to fly into SEMA and outdo you.
You're just gonna see like Laura, Zach, and I like in Delta formation, just like
the camera in the middle. Protect the camera.
Laura, it was just Laura and I last year. And like, I think we were walking at 2 to 3 times the speed of everyone else. Like you
have to.
You have to get from place to place to place.
Oh my gosh. The Teslas were actually really helpful when they take you from like different hall to different.
Oh, we didn't learn about that until after lunch.
Oh my gosh.
And we were only there for a day.
And they go to Resorts World, so you can hop in and go to Resorts World for lunch and then just come right back. It's
what?
Oh my gosh.
Don't eat lunch at SEMA though.
Yeah, don't eat lunch at SEMA, people.
No. That's why I went to Resorts World. Granted, you pay like a pretty penny, but you know.
No, you pay a pretty penny for a garbage
crappy sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just go to Resorts World. It's way more pleasant.
But no, that we had a little influencer with us and she couldn't figure out why we were getting videos out so quickly. And especially, I will say this: if you're young getting into YouTube, use your phone, man. I'm telling you, I've made
an iPhone.
I've made money right there, and like Jordan said, audio means everything. So as long as your audio sounds good, get a little clip mic.
I'm not gonna lie, I only use an actual digital camera on my iPhone.
Well, if you're just getting into it, honestly, do TikTok. Like it's way easier to blow up.
I hate TikTok.
No offense, you all are a little older.
Yeah.
What? Didn't hear you there, buddy.
I like some TikTok stuff.
The only videos that we have that have over 1 million, 2, 3 million views are all on TikTok.
Yeah, but those are like in reality, those are like
yeah, but it's pennies.
Yeah, pennies add up, Kelly.
So is
pennies add up.
So is 500 views on YouTube. Like it's not like
yeah. Wow, bitch slapped us there.
Wow,
Jesus.
No, I'm just saying it generally.
Good job, Jordan.
Wow, that hurt. Here, you want this knife back? Because, geez.
I'm giving you free advice. It's my job.
I know. Trust me, it's our audience.
I'm not even following you on Bronco Nation. Now I am.
What?
Well,
TikTok.
Oh.
My first exposure to TikTok, but the first time that I saw the power of it was when I was in politics in my previous job, and I would just like post a video, just like a pan of the event I was at when there were large crowds, and it like 150,000 views. Like, just people want to see what's
crazy
going on.
what goes viral on TikTok. Though.
Did you work for Elizabeth Warren?
Don't get politicky.
Don't give my
Sorry.
We're not getting politicky.
I'm not trying to get politicky. I'm just curious.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's definitely like for that quick hit stuff, there's definitely like news works great for that. If you're catching crawfish, I've learned for some reason it's big on
This one watches these freaking ponds and shit.
that's on YouTube.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
there's a dude in Alabama whose whole channel, he's got 1 million followers. He dug a pond, he's stocked the pond, he tags the fish when he catches them, puts them back. Like, it's stupid, but
And he's the most like he's totally that fisher. Like he's you know how like the quintessential fisher is like, yep, this is what I do all day, and I just catch fish.
Wild.
And that's exactly how he talks. And now we're gonna talk about this fish whose number is 425. And this one I've got some history on. Freaking A, like when I had my job, I was sitting right over here trying to work, and I hear him over here going and blah 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 in his pond. Jesus.
catching fish,
See,
man.
what you guys should do is you guys should clip your little spats in the podcast and then upload them to TikTok. Like, people love watching little snippets of spats.
Yeah, because they do try. Like,
And then it
I
drives
will try and
traffic.
find like the rest
They-
of it.
And they cut it off right before like the punchline, and then they're like, "Go, new episode out now." So just start clipping ATN live when you're
Yeah,
little,
Dave.
you have little contentious
Get
drama.
on it.
To do that, we got to do this. Okay.
No, you
now,
don't.
Now the screen was bigger.
We just snip the screen part.
Or we can snip all of us. We'll give you, Aly and I will give you some fiery content.
Mom and Dad Bronco over there.
Or we need to record some of the after hours, and we'll just cut it.
No. I will
Happens
file a
like that.
lawsuit so fast.
That's NDA back there.
Mhm.
But see, that little snippet would be really good. Because then we're like, what's after hours? You'll
Yeah,
never.
what are we
so we
talking
had-
about?
Honest to God, we had somebody from Stellantis come up to us this weekend. We're like, I just love y'all's banter. And I was,
Is that how it's pronounced? I thought it was Stellantis.
I don't know, man. It's a dick
Stellantis?
pill.
Is there
I don't know
a
what
I
it is.
missed somewhere.
But one of their
I've run out of alcohol. I don't know.
one of their representatives was just like, we
Can I
love
tell
your
you the
banter.
one thing that truly bugs me about them is that everyone's calling them an American company. They're not.
Oh, the UAW that they can't get a hold of them.
Yeah, because they're overseas.
Man, you're starting to drink down hard.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's water.
They have
I've already drank all my moonshine.
all of their brands except 3 are foreign. They're all like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if they could do away with Dodge and Chrysler, they would just keep Jeep. Like that and Ram trucks. That's
Alfa
the
Romeo,
thing that keeps-
Citroen, DS Automobiles, Fiat, Lancia, Maserati, Opel, Peugeot, Vohal.
Cordetti says it's the Chrysler Corporation. That's how I refer to them as.
that awful building.
Not
they have.
even.
What's
Just
It's
call
an
Jeeps, just call
automobile.
Jeeps like Fiats or something. Just be like, oh, a nice Fiat.
what the Renegade is? Oh, it is their
It
little.
really is.
I
Dude,
drove.
there was a video. I'm gonna
Did
shit
you
on them a
still
little
make
bit.
that?
There was
I
a video.
got 500 once. It was my rental car.
Ew.
That I'll show you a picture.
A Chrysler 500?
No, a Fiat 500.
Fiat 500.
Oh, Fiat 500. I was like, what?
It was cream white with a burgundy top. You guys are gonna laugh. This is really like I'm exposing myself.
You
here.
didn't return it?
No, I did.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that was a rental?
Could you fit? in
How
that
do they
thing?
even rent that? What do they call that?
Micro?
I don't know. It was a manual. Like, it was the hardest manual transmission I've ever driven in my life.
That's why it was a rental.
It's
What
all-
class was that?
In the
What
wall.
class
What?
of car is that rental?
0. Like
Who were you working for that hated you that much?
no, this was like this was a self-funded trip, so I guess I just hated
Oh.
it.
Oh no.
I mean,
It's even worse.
I know. It was a trip that my mom and I took. We named the rental Katrina. She named it Katrina.
Because of Hurricane Katrina, because it was that awful.
Yeah.
Did it flood?
No, but it probably needed a new clutch.
Oh my God, Mark King had a Fiat 500 as a rental in Hawaii. Can you imagine?
No.
How did Mark get in that?
Right, that's my point.
Mark's like 6'5".
He said, should have seen me try and fit in it.
Hey guys, I know what Fiat stands for now.
What's
Honestly,
up, Jeff Cornetti?
well, and
Canadian
all like
Cornetti?
the little infotainment things were in another language, so I couldn't even
Oh no.
determine
Oh,
what was
no.
going
Where
on.
were you?
Portugal.
Oh, well, that explains it. You left out that very important piece of it.
Have you seen a Fiat 500 for rent in the US? No.
No,
Well,
because no one
I was
wants
very
them.
surprised.
Like we couldn't even fit our luggage in there. It was really
Oh, I bet.
Oh my God.
Speaking
Speaking of that,
of luggage.
wait.
They've got some baggage.
Oh, Toyota baggage.
So
Hold on.
Hold on.
Toyota let us borrow a vehicle.
You gotta let
We need
me-
to bring station
I'm
wagon
gonna
back.
get. I'm leading up to it. Okay. Toyota let us borrow a vehicle for
Well, it was a press one.
a press loan. Yeah, I was getting there for a press loan while we were in
They were
Dallas.
very clear. They don't let people. borrow
100%.
vehicles.
It was a press loan. And the question was,
But
do you think all your gear will fit in said vehicle? I did a lot of research before we
was it a
went.
Supra?
Huh?
Wasn't it a Supra?
Yeah.
Because you talked about it last time.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, so I did a lot of research to see what would fit in, if our suitcase would fit in there. And yeah.
Just fits. Like just fits. We have a room for I don't know.
Excellent job research.
But
You
Yeah,
crushed
I was like suitcase Supra,
she was
luggage compartment Supra.
our rep who we deal with, he's very one track. So I said, hey, is there a manual Supra? No.
Wasn't
What-
available.
What would you like, basically? And I said, well, we said, well, what do you have in the fleet? And he goes, hey, I have a manual Supra. And I was like,
He was like, I have it after all. But then once
Yeah.
we talked to him, he said he didn't think it was going to be available for us. But then it turned out it was available for us. So
Or was it?
I
it was fun, but it is definitely not a vehicle that you want to get in and out of a lot.
I love that color.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
great. It's a
it was
great color.
beautiful.
That's a beautiful color.
Really enjoyed shifting. Like it was, I've drove the automatic version of this. It was a lot of fun. We drove it at the Texas Motor Speedway, but I like shifting a car.
Yeah.
So now I've got to test the Nissan Z, kind of compare it to this. All day. It's funny, Jordan. This is the most import feeling car out of all of them, and it's German. Because you get a straight six, you get kind of what these tuner guys wanted. Yeah. It shifts like a tuner, and then I'm nothing against the Nissan. It just was boring compared to this car. So yes.
I did not attempt to drive it because
No.
I like to kill clutches. And there was not enough time for me to adjust to said clutch.
Well, that's fun. I've not driven like a hot rod car. Not that I'd classify that as a hot rod, but like
your Fiat 500 was a hot rod, Jordan, in Portugal.
All 3 cylinders of it, yeah.
Small country, small car.
Going on the highway in that thing was like a near-death experience because the tires are about that big.
Oh yeah, like the size of your head.
That would have been easy to change. I would have just like pushed the car over and then.
I gotta bring this up because Kelly's dream.
We know this is Ford
Yeah.
Talk Live, but
Kelly's dream came true. She got to drive the Dodge Durango SRT.
Why are there stripes in that car?
They weren't
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
But this made Kelly's day to get to drive this 710 horsepower beast.
Oh, there's stuff on the back too.
But
That sounds that sounds good.
yeah, but not $106,000 good.
no.
What I drove recently that was kind of disappointing. It sounded amazing and it was fast, but it was the Hennessy TRX.
Oh,
Really?
It moves. Holy crap. I don't know what the sticker is on it, but like
I'm curious what a Hennessy sticker on a TRX would be. Because
had
the TRX is right about what, 95?
there's 1,000 horsepower.
$100
Holy
The TRX is so much fun though. When
That's
you just
crazy.
when you start that, it's
just the TRX is fun. I can only imagine a Hennessy.
Yeah. It does.
I know our comment section is like, really?
Yeah, Ford Talk Live.
Ford Talk what?
I mean, we have to. This was going to be part of the show tonight. I wanted to bring up. She was talking. Ford people with Ford Rangers were backing away from their orders. Guess where they're going?
They're going to the Trailhunter.
It's going to they're going to the Tacoma in general.
Honest said he's leaving.
I need the 4Runner update. I need the 4Runner refresh.
Next year. You'll see it next year.
In a few months, hopefully, we'll get some.
Dude, we test drove a 23 of that thing. You talk about old, ancient feeling thing.
Oh, the 4Runner?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you put it in reverse, and it's like playing Mario Brothers. Like you're like, could you not update this?
We drove the Highlander, and like I had to turn around because when we do footage, of course, I drive past really fast, like you could see, and then I have to turn around and come back and actually get him. So this road
she doesn't have to. She chooses to. Remember that.
That's the movie Magic Guys. Like when you see somebody walking into a hotel room, like they had to go in, put the camera down, leave.
Yes.
Back
yeah.
in.
Magic of TV, folks. And so I had to go back, but this road we chose, we were still kind of getting the lay of where we wanted to shoot for the day. And I have to pull a Yui in the road. Well, I think I have enough clearance to pull a Yui and get around, but no, like, because I had to throw it into reverse. I'm like, crap, how do I throw this thing into reverse? Because you have to like go over and then down. There's no
one of those, like, weird kind of side, up, down, left, right thing.
So it's not like the 4Runner where it's got like the gritty.
Yep.
It's like you have to pop over and down and pop over and up or hill shift.
Yeah, like the new BMW shifters where you kind of got to click and then
similar, yeah.
But this was almost a little more difficult than BMW.
And when you're trying to pull a Yui and back up
in a vehicle for the first time, it's a little.
I've had a couple 4Runners as rentals, and like they were just unimpressive. I mean, I'm sure
that's because they haven't changed.
Because they're old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll run for 16 quadrillion miles, but.
So here's interior of it. Some rough.
Of what? What is this? The interior?
This is
the Grand Highlander.
Oh.
It's a nice vehicle.
See that door handle, like that lock mechanism, looks like 2005.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like the seats a lot.
I don't like the color.
No, but they were super comfortable. They were heated and cooled seats. You know how I feel about cooled seats.
Cluster. It looks decently nice.
Yeah.
So let's see if he shows the
shifter's weird.
Strangest little nub.
Well, it was cold out.
Wow. Okay, so you can barely see, but like you do have to like, in order to go into reverse, you have to go over, push up. If you have to go into drive, it's just it's messy when you're not
There's
used
a
to
lot
it.
going on.
But that was our. I know they don't at Ford Talk. They don't want to hear the other brands, but that was basically because Ford didn't have a ton going on in Texas. So
the next big Ford event is the Rebel Rally. We can talk about that.
Ooh.
Tell us more.
Yeah. Is there any key people that we should know about racing there, Jordan?
Anybody we should watch for?
There's like how many? Five, six,
five
Ford teams racing. There's two Bronco Raptors.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
A Bronco
Yep.
Wild Track, a Bronco Sport, and a Mach-E Rally. So those are the 5 Ford teams. And then there's a bunch of privateers like Jackie Gentry and Amanda Walden are privateers. A couple of other teams I'm just blanking on names from last year that are doing it again. So there's a lot of privateers doing it this year, which is really exciting. I'm interested to see how the Mach-E Rally does. I know.
So am I.
There's like the electric vehicles make it. Like the Rivian finished in like the top 3 or top 5 last year.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how that goes. Obviously, Bronco Sports won the past 3 years. So and Melissa.
Miss Melissa.
who's our Bronco Sport curator, was the most recent 2 years of those. So she's going for her 3rd win in a row in the X Cross class, Bronco Sports'
Nice.
4th win in a row in the X Cross class, which is really exciting. So everybody cheer for Melissa. And Jess Hollywood, who is a trail guide.
Yes.
Okay, so I had no idea that was her partner.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh,
So
wait.
who is she partnered with?
Jess, or she goes by Hollywood. She's one of the trail guides at Bronco
Yeah.
Fred, Texas.
She had this
Her
super
and
like,
Melissa are partners.
she had like
Nice.
braided hair at all like at
No, I remember Hollywood, but
Yeah.
who was she partnered with?
Melissa.
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 Sorry.
Nice.
Melissa, yeah. So
That's
I didn't
awesome.
realize Jess has done Rebel before, I think. Once or
Oh,
twice.
has she?
Yeah, I think that's what I recall, is that she has previous experience. She's not like a rookie. And then Melissa obviously is a seasoned veteran. So really stoked for them. I know they're headed out to Mammoth here in the next couple days, maybe this weekend or something, to go
Yeah, because it
start.
starts in what, 2 weeks?
No, it starts, I think, a week from Monday. No. Yes. Wait. Because Overland Expo East is
the
this.
13th. The 13th.
Okay, so next week. But I think they all get to Mammoth a week from today.
Yeah, so some friends of ours, Jill Simonello with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and her co-pilot is Kristen Shaw. They are driving a Santa Fe. They're driving a Santa Fe. And so
Okay.
this is their 2nd year that they're
Yep.
doing it. And we actually saw Kristen last week, which I was surprised to see her because I knew it was so close to Rebel. And she actually just got done doing the
Training.
Subaru in Zion trip.
Yeah,
She just
fix my
finished
car.
that. And then Jill was somewhere
She
else.
was there too.
She did the Subaru Zion trip too.
There's a
so.
lot of female journalists who compete every year, which is really cool. It's almost like a
They get manufacturer money. It's easy.
yeah,
for them
like
to
it's
get.
like
Mhm.
like a really intense media drive almost. So like Porsche has sponsored a couple teams with Cayennes before, Hyundai, Kia,
Rivian
Subaru,
did with
Rivian.
Yep, we talked about
Yeah.
Rivian before.
Rivian uses a lot of their employees too, like their engineers and engineering team and stuff. Will actually
Well, that's kind of cool.
It's pretty neat. Jeep, obviously. But Jeep, I don't think they do media. It's more like seasoned veterans like Nina Barlow and Tara Lynn, who have won every year since I've been watching in a 4xe. So I think they're back this year, I believe. But this
we
is
did,
the
Nissan. Remember we did the walk around the Armada.
who
yeah.
did Nissan last year. It was
I can't.
it's
think of her
the
name.
Lynn Woodard. She
Yeah,
can
Lynn Woodard.
Yep.
yeah, from
Yeah.
Kelly Blue Book. She's so nice. I love Lynn.
Oh yeah, I interviewed her on my Nissan show a long time ago. She's very nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
So she's
but
in it,
her
was in it
her
last-
co-pilot's brother works for Nissan, so it's like they're all these are very like to get the individuals to be able to do this is a big deal. And then there's some who think because they know how to buy an off-road vehicle, they think you just sign up for these things and you're like, it's not how it
there's
works.
a team that's been competing in a Gen 1 Bronco for as long as I've been following along, and I think they're back again this year, which is super cool because it's always
That's
sick.
so fun.
Right? A Gen 1 out there. It's just not what you
That's
expect.
cool.
There was an older G-Wagon that competed last year, which is really funny to see. Just because, like, I mean, those G-Wagons, when they compete there, they look how they're supposed to look, like built up with knobby tires. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's what the vehicle is supposed to look like and
Yeah.
do. So there's just some really neat, like, it's a great combination of privateers and also corporations, OEMs that get involved. And why am I blanking on her name? The founder, Emily, has done an incredible job building it to what it is. So I've gone out there for the start of it the past 2 or 3 years, and it's always like super fun.
Nice.
Ford's actually a silver sponsor this year. This is the first time they're like a legit title sponsor. And
Well, with having 5, I would hope.
the rules changed this year. Up until now, there has been a limit on tire size to 35s. So those rules were changed, and the Raptor is now competing. So I know there was
Weird, you become a sponsor and suddenly rules get changed.
I think
No.
there was
Something like
I think
that.
there was some other stuff that didn't involve. Actually, I'm not even gonna get into it. But yeah, Raptors competing, and I've asked people because like it's such an interesting dynamic rally that bigger isn't always better.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, going through like the Raptors width, for example, could be a factor because there's narrow canyons and stuff you go through that wouldn't always that like the sport excels at because it's narrower. So there's a lot of variables that go into it. Bigger doesn't always mean better. Obviously, a tire, because everybody gets flat tires, changing a tire, because we keep talking about that, is changing a 37 in the middle of the dunes would be like a royal pain in the butt.
Yo,
Yeah.
that sounds awful.
So
No,
there's a
thank you.
lot of factors that to consider because obviously a Raptor, like, it's an automatic victory, but
And they're pretty self-sufficient, right? While they're on the course, it's up
They have
to
to do it
them.
all.
yes, yeah. If there's like when you get to camp every night, I think there's certain techs if you need help or
Yeah.
something or other. But there's rules around that. Like someone can't just someone's not coming and changing your tire or
Yeah.
getting you unstuck. You're on yours. That's why they bring 2 or 3 sets of traction boards, 1 or 2 full-size spares, a full floor jack,
Everything.
I'll be honest though, what it's like
Active
2 weeks
car.
long. It's 2 weeks long if I remember right, somewhere
I
in
think
there.
it's 10 days.
But that sounds awful. I'm just. I mean that.
From a participant perspective.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to
what a
do it.
beat
I'm
down
mad
on
there's
you.
not something for. I mean, not to I get it's for women, but like I want to do something.
I'm not gonna lie, I really do.
Cool.
I really do want to do it. I'm just like,
Here's the thing. I'll be honest. I would want to do it for like.
Aly, next year.
Well, I was gonna say I would do it for like.
ATN
2
don't make that kind of
days.
money, Jordan.
I would like to do it for like 2 days and then I'd be ready to come home or go to a hotel and get a shower.
See,
Well,
I
yeah,
think
they
it'd be
have
like a
some of
fun, or I shouldn't say fun, but like intense and rewarding physical and mental challenge that like
Yeah.
I want to do it.
I might surprise myself and be more mentally able to do it than I
we
think
can
I
do a
would.
Bronco Nation version of one.
I threw that out there. I'm like, can we create our own rally? Like, we need a BN rally where like members can participate.
I
Yeah.
honestly think people would do it.
But
But it's the
cost,
permitting and
Oh, for sure.
the entry. I think the entry fee, like if you're a
It's
private,
like $10,000.
no,
if
it's
you're a private
30K.
tour, you're 20 to 30.
Yeah, it's 30K.
Just for the entry fee.
That's why all the journalists do it, is because the manufacturer's like, okay, we'll throw you in there. And then you're our buddy.
You're sponsored.
I got a question.
But-
Bronco 78 was asking which of the seats in the new Gladiator are more comfortable than the one you had. Well, the one I was in tonight was a
Tonight?
$70,000. What's on tonight's video? $70,000 Rubicon X. So it was
Did
leather
they seem
seats.
more comfortable?
Honestly, I didn't pay attention. When you're-
Unacceptable.
when
Of
you're-
all the things we talk about.
when you're shooting a video and you've got like 15 minutes to walk around this thing, I just didn't sit there, and
the viewers want to know.
I'll find one and test it
And you
out for you.
ruined it.
I know. I'll find one and test
Have
it
you
out
guys
for
ever rented a car from Turo to review?
Mm.
Not from Turo. Mm-mm.
I don't make Doug DeMuro money, man. Come on.
Turo's not that expensive.
I'm just playing. He used to do that. That's
We
what I was
don't
saying.
always have great stuff in our area,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
but we do need to start
we have-
considering that.
No, I've
that's-
thought about. So we've got a nice. I have a nice upscale dealership here that sells used automobiles like you'd want to drive, and I just haven't. It's a hard pitch for me to be like, I have connections to them, but it's a hard pitch for me to go, hey, I would like to review your vehicles.
No,
in
but
exchange
he's talking
for-"
about renting from Turo.
I know, but I can get in some Ferraris and some fun stuff, but I don't know if it would do. It's weird. Like the guy was asking about the channel, some things like that I don't want to talk about will do well. And if sometimes me and Esther Thal talked about this, I don't half-ass any videos, but sometimes you don't put the most effort in some, and those videos blow up. And the ones I like really feel like I put a lot of hours of editing and effort into, you're like, they die instantly. So
There's nothing worse than having a project that you just pour your soul into, get like, just it flops. I'm like,
It's like, but why?
and it's
what's
it
funny
is,
is,
Oh, there's a Rivian.
oh boy,
Oh, it's the R1S.
oh boy.
That's expensive. $299 a day. Woo!
See,
what $299 a day?
Yeah.
yeah, plus charging probably. Hell, the vet's cheaper.
It's a 2016 vet.
But a lot of that has to do with like market size. Like, so if that's the only Rivian in the area, they're going to charge. If you go to LA, there's 65 Rivians on the platform. Like, it's going to be $129 a day.
She's got it up on the. She's looking at the things up to $250 a day anyway.
That is one thing about Vegas, Dave. If you go to SEMA, that there is any and every car imaginable on Turo in Vegas.
Yeah,
there's a lease on there for like $89.
I'm pretty sure I could probably call manufacturer and get a car there.
Wow, he just totally boosted you.
Ideas. I'm just
saying that. Let's see. Pay,
he just totally
pay or
pulled
don't pay.
an asshole move right there.
No.
Well, we filmed our first head-to-head comparison video with another vehicle in the segment that we haven't done.
You'll
have to wait and see.
So
I'm sure
I'm
you
gonna guess a Wrangler.
There's a Chevy Malibu. No. Just kidding.
It's not a Jeep. Dave, you could probably take a pretty decent stab at it and figure it out, knowing me. But like, I got back the first cut, and I'm like, I talked for an hour and 10 minutes. I have a mountain, and that was like the 110 was like the usable section. So I'm on like my third round because I'm like,
look, y'all, there's a Ford Bronco we could rent.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was renting a Bronco in Colorado.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Did you get insurance?
No, Kelly, I canceled the trip.
No, but I mean, were you getting insurance?
If you take it off road, they void everything. You can't.
Yeah. I told the guy exactly what I was doing. I'm like, listen, I'm not off-roading
rented it from a rental company.
Oh, yeah. Rental companies are different. You've like the things I've done to a Nissan Murano. Yeah. When that's the only thing they have, and we have to do this
family channel, Jordan. Jeez.
Hey, we could get a Mercedes Benz.
Hey, break down before we get there.
But no, I was shocked at how much, like, just because I talk about Bronco all the time, I'm like, I have to cut a lot of this out because it is just me rambling on how much I love this other car.
Well, have you ever noticed sometimes you can be very inspired and very focused, and then so that Supra, the picture that I showed was we were tired coming back from Denton, Texas, and we were Kelly was looking for a hotel room. I thought I'm gonna get out and try to shoot some stuff around and talk about this car while she's doing her thing. And dude, I was worn out. I was tapped out. I was uninspired. You get rambly. You're just like, this just isn't going anywhere.
Well, and we had these big plans to go to a steakhouse for dinner. We got our hotel. We just went in and chilled for a little bit. And before he knew it, he looked over and I was snoring. And then I looked over and he was snoring, and we ordered pizza.
Yep.
But it is true when you get something new that you are excited about and you take a couple pictures and you're like, okay, like I got all my creative juices back.
Well, for us in the Mustang, the best part of that Mustang was going and buying it, having to travel to get it, and then being stuck in it 600 miles to drive it back, because I learned so much more about that vehicle in a day or two than I would have if it was a press loan that would have sat in the driveway for a while. And
same with my customers that took their Bronco to Tennessee. He said that was probably the best thing he could have done, is because he got to drive it and get used to it and just learn about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, being in this space now, like when I do travel and I do have a rental car, like that's so exciting for me to just see what else is out there and pick something that I usually wouldn't drive. And there's a lot of EVs now, like Hertz has a ton of EVs. You can get the Kias and the Polestars and like a bunch of other
EVs.
I'm not talking about Tesla, okay? But it is fun to like see what else is out there and kind of have a couple of days to explore a new car and see what you like.
I do want to. We had a chance for a Polestar, and I think it was one of the two just came out, and I don't know why we didn't. We were at Texas.
We ran out of time.
Yeah,
I had a rental in Texas. It was a Polestar. I was really impressed. It was
like, it's Volvo. I mean, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, it's when we rent our vehicles, we always do the national Emerald Isle.
Same.
So that we can just go and we can go, okay, what haven't we driven?
Sometimes we'll do lives on Instagram and go, what do y'all want us to drive?
Yeah. Sometimes we do that and people will be like, you need to get the such and such or some whatever. So
there's nothing more depressing when you walk out to the Emerald Isle and like the selection is trash. I'm like,
2 Nissans.
Yeah, where it's like 16 RAV4s, a couple Chargers, and like I'm like, I don't want any of this.
And then you choose the lesser of the evils out there, and you go,
That Chrysler 300 we had.
That Chrysler 300 was the best thing we could pull out of an aisle one day.
Well, I'll go up to the employee and be really nice. Be like, hey, any chance you'll have like anything else in the back you're bringing up? And like, it works 75% of the time.
Whoa, we need to use...
because those people get crapped on all day long by like arrogant customers.
Yeah.
And so if you're just like, hey, you know,
you're nice to them.
And if you're like, I'll leave you a Google review because they get rewarded for that.
Oh.
So they have business cards with their name on them. Then you can be like, hey, you know, so-and-so, I'll leave you a Google review.
We're learning so much from Jordan tonight.
And I've had it multiple times. They're like, is there anything you want? And I'll like give them 2 or 3 cars. And
Travel
like,
Nation over here.
One of those 2 or 3. If there's anything I love more than Broncos, it is like travel hacking.
I'll take all the travel hacks, Jordan.
Well, that's because you guys give me crap for my vacations, but they're usually like free or very cheap.
Because we give you crap because we want to be on those.
It's jealousy. It's all jealousy.
Okay, Kelly, we'll set up a call. We'll go through it. I'll hack travel for you. You guys can come with me.
Sweet.
Can we use the Bronco Nation credit card?
No, because he can't even use that.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I just paid my credit card bill today. That was 100% me.
Jordan's like, shit.
Oh man, somebody says this is a new segment.
Jordan's travel hacks on
Jordan's Fashion
Bronco Nation Live.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
No, Jordan will just make his own channel and then it'll go like stupidly viral.
It'd be like Bronco who?
It'll flop is what it'll do. People like
right after Jordan Fashion Minute.
Jordan's Fashion Minute. That is a segment. We have Jordan's Fashion.
I know, and the plants in the background and everything. We haven't seen it in studio in a while.
It's that I know that's real. Can you?
What?
I've kept that alive.
What?
For 6 months.
I was sure it was fake.
Nope, it's real.
I really do miss Laura's plants that she used to have in some of those early videos that y'all would do. Like her whole background was just plants.
Yeah. Well, then we got green screens. Maybe we should have the green screens go away for a little bit.
Yeah, you should totally have authentic backgrounds.
Studio, all of my apartment's 700 square foot glory. You'll love it.
Oh man. Hey, is there John? Is there you guys ever gonna have John back on?
John,
plaid shirt guy.
The reason we now sell flannels. He is making an appearance soon.
Nice. Well, it's been a minute. John's gonna be on the show soon.
Is he?
But no, it used to be so funny. Like early Bronco Nation stuff was so funny because you had John, which was he had his little personality, but then like David was very boring, and I don't get me wrong, I like David, but he was very dry and like Jordan was doing some interviews, and I remember I told you last time I ripped up one of your interviews because this
is the trained version of him.
It was but now like it's very focused.
Oh my gosh, is that you?
Jordan Parker.
This was my very first Bronco Nation video.
Look at that baby face.
This was the day in the life with the Bronco Sport. It's my very first video. I thought I was like
the shiz.
Oh yeah. I was like, why are people giving me crap? Like I'm so legit. And then I looked at this and I'm like, I deserved every bit of that. And honestly, like in the first few videos, I went back and read the comments of the day and they were so sweet. Everyone's like, great job. This is so informative. Like there were some really sweet people that were like encouraging me. I'm like, oh.
And there were some really shady people.
And then the video after that was the, because they're like, Jordan, you can do Bronco Sport. Cause like that was my first video. So, you know. And then the next video I did was the 2-door Badlands. And that was at Off Rodeo, Texas. And that was like the first kind of full size walk around, and that video blew up and I got torn to shreds on 6G, and I think Bronco Nation too in the comment section. But like that was when I had Pantsgate, if any of y'all remember that.
I don't remember that one.
I sort of remember.
I made a poor selection of pants to wear for that video.
No, I did not. I didn't know this one.
Yeah, there was like 6 pages plus on 6G of fully grown men talking about so that was the thing. And then 6G started running ads on those pants on the thread, which was kind
Shut up.
I want royalties on this. Like,
where's my Amazon referral? Right here.
Yeah. So if you want to go see what Manscaped is about, the video is still up. So that was a time. So like 10, 15 videos in, I kind of got my mojo. But
your first one for me was you did a live on Instagram up on one of the Johnson Valley or something with the red 4-door. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy, man? Like the video was cutting in and out. There was so many, it was early Broncos. So there was like people asking questions like crazy. You couldn't see any of the chats.
This is why he got Star Tech.
It was our first year at King of Hammers. It was a disaster because we had never been to KOH before. And I was just miserable the whole time. Like looking back.
It came off that way too, Jordan.
That was like we were camping in the booth, like at KOH. It was
miserable.
I must have deleted those.
But you learned a lot, Jordan.
No, I didn't. Here it is.
Oh.
It's still here.
You didn't learn a lot?
Yeah.
No, the video is still here.
That's Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Did you learn a lot, Jordan?
There was Jordan and a few friends or something.
No, that's not a sweat bar, doesn't it?
I'm like asking myself questions. I'm like, does this have firmware disconnect? Oh no, it doesn't.
Oh, answering the questions is scary.
So Medic finally got his Bronco.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Oh, baby.
Checking your hat out.
Person on the internet.
It's like you're using it as a mirror.
I'm gonna have to go back and like clean through some of this.
Ragnicon, yes. John is with Nashville Early Bronco.
Yeah.
There's John.
Super sweet guy.
There's John doing a time lapse of taking
I
off.
remember this. I was all excited to see the breakdown of this.
I do remember that video.
This is built wild.
But removal, top removal.
Dude, I just kept sending like all these videos to all the customers just to keep them like interested and like engaged.
So they didn't quit?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was funny. I have a customer who ordered a Lightning and it's fine. It's built. It's done. It's at its production gate released. And he's like, yeah, I've waited almost like 2 years for this thing. I'm like, dude, I don't even want to hear it. I'm like, I had to deal with all the Bronco people. I'm not dealing with you guys too.
What did he take delivery of?
His Lightning is on his way in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real.
And it's only an XLT.
Couldn't you have gotten one off your lot of the many that you have sitting there?
No,
I would
we only have a Lariat Lightning. That's it.
Oh, okay.
One?
There's our local dealer, Aly, has
Days of
25
thing.
Mustangs.
A stupid amount of Mustangs.
Mustang E's.
Mach-E's.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a ton of Mach-E's. We have no
Doing
Lightning.
0%. If you guys don't want to pay 8% interest rate, I think you get a Mach-E for 0%.
Yeah.
Hey, Lightning, you can get like 3.9 and 5.9.
Hey, that's a lot better than like, because even like you go on, I play around on like CarMax and stuff all the time, just looking at cars for fun.
Yeah.
And you just slowly proceed because you'll see like, 7.9 to 8 to 9.9%. I'm like, oh, the credit thing must go off when I go in. And I'm like, it's like excellent, 800 plus. I'm like, 9% with an 800.
Our Mustang was at
6%, I think.
6 something. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's like really good these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a year
Because we've got good credit.
our Jeep was at a 2.9 or something.
Yeah, something stupid.
Well, my first auto loan for the car that I have now, that was my first time ever taking out a loan. Like I was 22 out of college. Like I think I was 5'5", and I thought I was getting hosed. I was like pissed.
My first car was 9%.
Well, and after our bankruptcy, the first car that we bought was 9.6.
We
Wow.
refinanced,
And we
really
were like,
quickly.
oh my God, that's so bad. But it was our first vehicle since we
Yeah.
had to file bankruptcy. So it was like we knew we were going to have to take that first hit.
Thanks, recovery.
And then about 6 or 8 months later, we were able to refinance down to like a 5%.
Yeah.
But
Oh, nice.
man, that 9 was tough.
They're like you can get a cosigner, like your parents can cosign and it'll bring it down. I'm like, I'm independent. I am not doing that. I'm
Same.
I know.
Well, especially for us after our bankruptcy, the last thing we wanted to do was like bring our parents in and be like, help save us or rescue us. We're, 30 and 37 years old and we need rescuing from our parents. We're like, no, that's not happening.
Tim, are you trying to not get them on a rail? Is that what you're saying? You're trying to let's keep them at Ford?
No,
or-
there's definitely some shipping stuff going on right now
Didn't
too.
they just cancel all the 23 Lightning orders because they're transitioning them to like 24 or something?
I've only been watching 2 Lightning, so I honestly have no idea.
I saw that on Twitter today somewhere.
I wouldn't
Aly,
be
I did
surprised
see
with all this shit going on.
I did see you made another Mustang sale.
I did.
I saw
Did we
that.
help you?
No,
That was really pretty.
A Ford employee.
Yep.
Nice.
He follows us on
Former
Twitter.
Former journo.
He got a convertible.
He was
which is
very
weird
excited.
in Michigan. It's like, here.
He
you can
was.
enjoy
It
for
was
2
so
weeks.
funny. Like he was so excited for that car. He's like, "Come on, it's gonna be like the last good week." I'm like, "You have more say than I do trying to get this thing here." So I literally had shippers looking for his Mustang, and one of them found it, but it was buried. But they ended up getting it like to us 3 days later. So.
Hey, did that dealership ever call you about our hail damage? Or whatever the damage was?
Oh, I have no idea. I'll have to ask
You need to
Dominic.
text them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother fiasco. Hopefully the car's gone before I have to worry about that.
Are you guys selling your Mustang?
Yep. We've done our time with it.
Are they going forever sticker?
Not quite yet.
Probably not. I don't.
But unfortunately, I haven't gotten a day job again yet, so I'm like, we can't really continue what we're doing.
That's fair.
We had 2 months of fun. Good. But no, if I got what I paid for it, it's all I care about.
Yeah.
Like if we could wash it, it would be nice. And I will miss that car because that was one thing.
Fun.
That was one thing we noticed from the Supra, which is totally fun. The little straight six is fun, but when you start a V8 engine, there's nothing like the sound of that V8. And I think we raced all the way home. We got the plane because it sounded so good, and yeah,
It does sound really good.
I like the little clicky remote start, like rev.
So we did it when we picked the car up, actually. Or I revved it because he got in it, and I was waiting to check us out of where we dropped it off for the parking, and one of the guys there was like, and he revved it for a second. I was like, I'll show him. So I revved it on the key fob, and the lady was like, that sounds really good. Like, you could do that from your key fob? And I was like, yep. She's like, that's
how
really
many
cool.
times can you do it from your key fob?
9
times. Aly found out.
I've
On
only,
our Mustang.
I've only seen one in the wild, like not in Detroit, that was like a press car. I saw it today, actually. But it was like a base, like base, no options.
We get a lot of compliments on the red with the black roof and stuff. We
I
get a lot of
love
compliments.
that color. It's a great spec.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of creepers too, like driving by and being like.
So I was actually very impressed with the bronze package. So when my customer ordered the grabber boo with the bronze, I had no idea how that was going to look. And it did look really good.
Is that the one that you were doing a bunch of footage on?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice it had a bronze package on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw the grabber
It's very
boo.
subtle. It's not very like in your face, which is what I like a lot about it. Because when it was actually getting unloaded off the truck, it kind of looked like a dark gray.
Oh, you could get a video of that one coming off the truck, but not mine. I see.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
Jordan, did you get to drive this one, Jordan? Because you didn't get to drive mine.
I'm in Utah.
No, but I'm just saying, it's weird, Aly.
Oh, I can promise you, me and Jordan had a plan.
Oh, I was hoping. I really was. I was hoping to see something on social media.
It would have added a couple grand to the resale price.
Of course. We'd have had you sign the dashboard and everything.
So I had a Honda Element, and Kelly was in the music business, and so she had to pick up a celebrity.
In a Honda.
He was one of our artists.
She had her personal car. Her college car was a little Cobalt, Chevy Cobalt, and I was like, my Honda was. I put it pimped it out a little bit, and I was like, you don't want to pick this guy up in this Chevy Cobalt.
Chevy Cobalt, Honda Element.
It was a toss.
My dad had one of those.
Kelly, it's a pimped out Honda Element.
I know it was.
It was though. You know it was.
He liked it.
Yeah, and who was he with?
Color?
He was with Backstreet Boys.
Oh my god!
And
it was khaki.
And he
colored.
was. I told Kelly, she's like, he really liked that car, and I was like, you should have had him sign the damn dash. So I took it to Honda when we sold it, and they're like, well, why didn't you get the guy to sign the dash? And I was like,
one of one Honda Element signed by.
Yeah,
right.
Literally one of one.
He wasn't the pain in the ass. It was the wife that was the pain in the ass.
Yeah, well,
just saying.
Fucker.
He was super sweet.
Backstreet Boys.
But I did not have his phone. I had his wife's cell phone number, but even as his artist management, I did not have his personal cell phone number because his wife did not want us to have his personal cell phone number. We had to call her. Okay.
She's the real manager.
Oh, she sure was.
Paul, you know it's not. If they had a Rapid Red Raptor or a Ranger Bronco, I would totally have bought that. But no.
Did you guys
I
order
mean,
that?
Ranger.
Yeah, we
Raptor.
have 2 on order.
We're canceling whichever one doesn't make production.
And Ally's, we don't know what color it's going to be. It's one of 2 colors.
Yeah.
So whichever one gets
Give me a
pulled first.
surprise.
Can I have the other one?
I can technically change the name.
Oh Lord, now Jordan's in it.
As long as ATN gets a shout out on Bronco Nation, geez.
Oh.
If I'm paying for it. No.
Although I think Honest was the one that wanted it, didn't he want it?
Yep. No, he ordered his own.
Oh, he
Okay.
ordered his own. That's right.
Who do I make the checkout to, Allie?
Wow.
Whoa, he's
Wow.
ready.
I'd be careful.
DRB and
I'll flash my account
KGB
number.
Media.
Yeah, right.
I don't need my account number being flashed, and I wake up tomorrow and
Yeah, and your account is emptied.
there's
You
nothing in
know
there.
how RagnarCon is.
Oh boy.
They're asking about your Bronco Raptor. What happened to it?
I thought we had been over this. That thing's
RagnarCon
been
watches the show
gone.
pretty well.
She has been gone for months,
For 6 months.
at least.
You waited 2 years, lasted 6 months.
No. It lasted like
6
10
months.
minutes. No,
Yeah.
it's been 8 months. It lasted about 2 days. I never drove it. I never saw it.
Didn't you say your mom had it or something?
Yeah, my mom picked it up for me.
Oh, that's right.
Because I ordered it and then I moved across the country between when I ordered it and when it showed up. I had to chew the dealer out because they ordered the wrong wheels on it. And then it showed up and sent me a picture. I'm like, those aren't the wheels I ordered. They're like, only one set of wheels comes on the Bronco Raptor. I'm like,
It's like they forget what you
You know
do.
who I work for?
Right.
when I don't drop that card because like I don't think it's
Right.
nice. But I'm like, are you sure about that? They're like, yeah, it only comes with one kind of wheels. I'm like, where'd you hear that? I'm like, no, that's definitely not what I ordered. So that was the whole thing. But I ended up selling it to a friend who really wanted one for MSRP. I didn't profit
What?
off of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just lost respect
So-
for you. MSRP. Come
Wow,
on.
Dave.
Well, I don't like that. I wouldn't want that of
Right,
like, oh,
I don't.
Jordan got one because his connections and then profited off of it. Like, no, because
Well, that's me and the Mustang. I don't want to make money on it. I just want to wash it and I'm good.
So yeah, I sold it to a friend for what we paid for it. I didn't make any money off of it, but it's in a happy home being enjoyed. And I'm 24. I don't need a $90,000 car by any means.
I don't know. You want a Tesla?
They're not 90,
Gotta
they
lose the
start like
air.
30. And I live in a city and it won't fit in my parking garage either. So
Question to our audience. Have you seen any more ads popping up? And if you have, how random? Because YouTube's doing it. Jordan, I don't know if you saw that. YouTube's doing this where they're going to start pushing ads through live.
I saw this. That you had the option of doing ads when you wanted, like you could send an ad to people, and it was helpful if you're doing like a show transition, bringing people in and out.
Yeah.
But I was scheduling our stream for this Thursday. Tune in Thursday at 8 p.m.
Thursday
live
or
from-
Wednesday?
Well, because it's this week's an event. It's Overland Expo East.
Oh shoot, that is this week.
It's the very first Bronco Nation event I'm not going to, which is crazy. But at events we do them on Thursday, so it's Thursday night at 8. But no, I was scheduling it and I saw YouTube will like automatically push ads. So, but I hadn't seen it done. But now that it sounds like people are getting ads every 6 seconds, I think I'm going to disable that feature.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
Can you? I'm gonna
Just have to
have
turn
to, I'm gonna have to
monetization
dig into it.
I know there's different channel privileges at different subscriber counts, so that like
Right.
they may have the option. I'm not sure.
Jordan's essentially saying we're not big enough.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying.
Pimp slapped again.
Like,
Pimp
I was
slapped
in the
again.
I was in the monetization settings today and noticed that for the first time.
I'm just messing, Jordan.
So I know
just
I just
messing.
like I love you guys.
Bug Guy says he's had 3 so far.
So
Well, audience members, there, be patient with us. We're working through this. We're not as capable as Jordan, but it's probably our age, really.
you haven't seen Thursday's stream. It could just be one giant ad. You have no idea.
Technically, it is. Let's be honest. Sorry.
Well,
You set yourself up on that one.
Laura, Laura.
So East, East. That's every time I've booked myself to go over there, it rains. Every time.
And it's a mud pit.
It was at the Biltmore one time. Rain.
The Biltmore.
Rain for the whole week leading up.
Yep.
In Virginia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was beautiful last year.
Well, I didn't schedule myself there. If I guys, if you want it to rain, let me go.
No, okay, don't go. We need our base camp.
He says I'm out. He says Dave.
How was that? Because every time we want to go, it rains, and I'm like, I'm not driving over there for that.
I love Overland Expos. I think I have so many like industry friends at different companies, so it's really fun to walk around and visit, different booths and different manufacturers because I know a lot of people that work there. But it's a great social event. We're doing trail drives. So last year was our first year at Overland Expo East. This year we're going back. We're doing the glamping tents again, like we did at P&W, and those sold out in like a day. People really, really like those.
And you don't have to set them up.
You guys are having them at KOH, right?
I have nothing to comment on that. But yeah, we don't, because we used to at all of our base camps, like it'd literally be Robert and Laura and I out there like driving stakes into the ground.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what you guys were doing at Supercell East this year. It was
Aly, they do not talk about future products.
West. No, we did it this year. Yeah,
they did it at East.
Yeah. Supercell
Nice
West
try.
last year. The first year at KOH, we pounded stakes into that freaking lake bed. This year at Moab, we did it from a Bronco Safari. There were a few times I've been as angry as I was pulling those stakes out in Moab because they were like stuck. Like you could not. I was like every word.
Don't go near Jordan.
Every word in the book. It was like I was deadlifting with a hammer because I'd have to put it in the stake and just like, oh my gosh. But anyways, we rectified that issue and we now just hire a company to come in and set up the tents.
There you go.
And people like it because what we learned is people either want their entire own setup. So you have a rooftop tent or a turtleback or an escapade and they want to bring everything. Or they have nothing and they just want to show up and it's done. This weird hybrid, like we'll provide the tent, but you got to bring everything else. And we don't know how big it is, blah, blah, blah. So they're comfortable. It's like a regular queen size bed with a member foam mattress. Like you're off the ground. It really is nice.
Now you're speaking my language, Jordan. Like that's me. Yeah. You just set up my tent. Lighting, you have a queen size bed in there, and I'm good.
Throw rugs, lanterns, side tables.
I mean, I don't need throw rugs, but I'll take it. Like
Night Valley, dude.
We provide.
Like I'm not that bougie, but if I could have the perfect camp setup, it would totally be at least a queen size bed.
We're going to the Badlands in
we didn't talk about this
Indiana.
last week.
And this is going to be a redneck event. And we've been trying to find a little rental pull behind for the Bronco, just a little teardrop of some sorts, which is a whole expensive nightmare. And we want to buy one, but I'm not buying one while she's not employed. So we, trying to
find like that would be a dumb idea.
Well, at least we'd have a place to live when we lost the house.
That's true.
But a really tight place to live. But anyways. But yeah, so we're about to do some really redneck. I haven't done this in a while, and I'm like, did I really commit to this?
You did it before I even knew about it.
I was gonna say you could come to East, but we're sold out. So, sorry. But
do you know who I am, Jordan? Do I need to use Do you know who ATN is?
We're on a wait list. So you're more than happy to join the wait list.
Nah, I'm pretty sure we will be at Safari next year, though.
I love Safari.
We're gonna drink dry martinis together.
Perfect. I just don't know that there is a good martini in Moab. I'm not sure.
There is a really good ranch dressing. I totally just brought out my fat girl.
Zach's Pizza, man.
Zach's Pizza and their salad and their pizza.
I'm going to Moab this weekend. I'll let you know if I find a good martini.
All right.
This is the first time.
It's at the diner in the dine-in.
It's totally at the diner. Of all places, it's going to be at the diner. Oh my God, that look.
A martini at a diner?
No, it's a joke.
No, we were being funny.
Okay, good.
It's at the Blue Pig or whatever.
Jordan's like, no.
It's at the brewery.
No, but you can't get a good martini in Utah, period, because the liquor laws.
Yeah.
Like you can only have an ounce and a half of liquor, so you get like a thimble. It's useless. So,
damn, I didn't know that.
You're lucky. You used to have to be sponsored to go into a bar.
It was like a member thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no good martinis in Utah. At least, you don't get a lot.
That's not what the housewives of Orange or Salt Lake City say.
Well, if you have a private bartender in your house, yeah, the rules don't apply to you. But I don't. so I can't. I guess I could learn how to make one, but
See,
Overrated.
that would
you and
be
James
dangerous.
Bond.
I don't know. That'd be dangerous.
Aly, you need to go safari next year.
I'll do safari next year.
So
It's a drive.
I don't know what we were talking about.
Everything.
Broncos and-
Oh, Overland East. We're doing trail drives this year. We have off-road trail guides coming to lead drives. Mike Clouds is coming. I'm very excited.
Yay!
Well, so
I
yeah,
miss them.
I know.
This is like the longest I've gone without seeing them now, and now I'm sad. I talked to Amy at least a couple
YouTube
times.
Car Spotter Guide says Jordan buy a bar book and practice.
You
Ooh,
can't
I
afford that. He works for Bronco Nation. Jeez, you go super chat over there, and he might be able to afford to buy one.
Oh my god.
as if I get the super chats. I don't get the super chats.
I don't either. Trust me.
Ooh, that could be my TikTok. I'll do like a bartending TikTok.
Oh god.
No, that's a
Well, I was told that we have to close up shop.
Oh,
I just
okay.
seen a text message that because there's a conversation needs to be had.
Yeah.
So we will pick this up later. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or I don't know what we're driving tonight. This is your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, Dave Boyd. We're out.